radio or driving to the punk rock show. Well, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. I've got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter and a fancy microphone, so go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Don't wanna hear your podcast. I've got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter and fancy microphone, so go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Go enjoy yourself and leave me alone.
Going deaf?
No, my earbud. My earbud's being weird. Hey!
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Liberty Late Night.
I'm Mary. That's
I'm the
Dave.
other one.
Yeah,
I'm the other one.
the other one. Hold on. You know I got to fix this camera because it makes me look like I'm short and I'm not.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with the camera.
It is. I like my head to be almost cut off. There we go. That makes me feel more comfortable.
You girls and cutting your heads off.
Really?
No, because I make those memes every week.
Yes.
And every time I try to find a female head for a female guest, it's like I can't get all the hair.
Oh,
it's always like
we have a lot of hair sometimes, you know,
or just here.
We're being cute.
Yeah.
What can we say?
And I don't want to be like, hey, can I get like a full headshot of you so I can cut your head off and use it in my art?
Oh, yeah, something's going on. It's my earbuds or the microphone. I can't tell. I'll have to use the earbuds on something else and see. Nice to have everybody here. We're going to say our hellos. Yes. There you go. I like being difficult on purpose. Keep you guys on your toes, you know? Yeah, that's what it is. Here, you take your phone on your side. I just walked in the door. I had to run David to a friend's house to have a sleepover. So, I was ready though. I was ready before I was ready before I took
down
him.
Here. Down in time.
Yeah, I'm here. Yay! I'm really excited about tonight. I am. I'm pumped. I'm glad that you guys are here. So we have it. Do we have the interview set up to start at 9:15?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure so we can do the movie wheel and say all of our hellos, push all the buttons to say hi to everybody. And I don't know, has anything been going on, Dave?
No.
No? We went to Cracker Barrel.
That was
for
pretty exciting.
Dinner tonight. We haven't been there in a long time. What's up, Mike? It was fun. I haven't been there in forever. And I love going in the wintertime, which is not winter right now, thank God. But
when
they have the fireplace going.
I just looked in there. I'm like, oh, that is so awesome. It's a giant fireplace.
It's giant. Like you could curl up in there and sleep. Not when it's on fire, but you know.
Are you kidding, Mitch?
Woo!
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
I'm going to have to make sure my doctor knows about that.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Oh my gosh, we're getting there.
You're getting there, yeah. Hey, I'm going into 4th year of mammogram, so you know.
I didn't know that was. I thought they just always did that as soon as you got boobs. I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Unless if you have breast cancer in your family, then they do.
Yeah, I don't know anything about boob
start
maintenance.
earlier, but thankfully I started at 40. So, but it's definitely crazy. You're just standing there, and the lady's like,
"Can you request it?"
And then lean back. Yeah, it's really something though. But yeah, it's like lean back and then tilt your head, like turn your head like way over this way because the machine comes around like this, and like you know, your boob's smashed in there, and it's really not that bad. It actually hurts my neck more than it hurts my boob being squeezed.
Yeah, under 50, you still get the finger. Is that what's going on?
We should probably say our hellos and then do the movie wheel.
With Francis and Catherine. Into the living room, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Just in the living room. You should say it.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my goodness, what's up? Okay, I'm gonna
honk
scroll
honk.
to the
That's funny because that came up in our first interview with Albany.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Why the honk? What was that?
It was the whole Holly thing, getting banned for saying honk, and then everybody wanted her to say honk because honk was all the rage at that period.
Yeah.
It was 5 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
We've been doing this show for too long. They've taken this.
I can't believe it. Like, holy crap! All right. Aaron's first.
Aaron was
first.
You done messed up, Aaron.
No, Mike, that's fine.
Thanks.
You're just not supposed to tell us.
Aaron. Yeah, glad to see you. Better get some burps ready. Oh, yes, he's gonna need some. I have a beer. I can burp for the collection. Josh is here, waiting and watching.
Hello. Joshua.
He likes to let Dave know if he's on time or not.
Yeah.
And it really means a lot when you compliment him, Josh. Yeah, Dave. He's like, I'm doing this for Josh.
I am. It's a lot of pressure.
Matt Lacey's in the house.
Matt!
Let's see. We got Giggles is still awake. Yay, Giggles. Hi. Wow. Thanks for being here, Patricia.
I'll give you a react.
Nice.
I swear you have a button for her.
I do.
You do.
Oh, I forgot about it.
It's just been a minute.
Patricia, the most beautiful sound I've ever seen.
Yes.
Oh, I cut off kind of early.
Yeah, that's all right. By the way, thanks Jamie Lynn for subscribing. Thank you Gibbs for subscribing. Appreciate that very, very much. Yep. Oh, I see it says hey gang. And also Jay Forte is here. Did we get a J button yet?
No, I couldn't find it. I was looking for one and then I ran out of time.
I know. All right. You gonna give him anything though?
Oh, I should. Yeah.
Anything to spread libertarianism to
Jay
the kids.
gets a button. Jay, your name's on my refrigerator and it says chips next to it.
Oh yeah.
So D3 wrote that down so we do not forget to bring you whatever it is that you need from our area when we come down to Tennessee. Jamie Lynn, hi. Nice to see you. Keith, we're still going to play your button, but you were on time and you're not a horrible person, but we still have to push your button. So go ahead. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I zoned out for a
You're
minute.
late, Keith. Which doesn't surprise me because you're a bad person.
Cheney's in the house. If you play D&D with us.
We love David.
Yes. Rose, who we'll be talking to later, is here. Hi. Thanks for being in the chat with us.
We just got to say hi to everybody and do our movie wheel.
Mike is here. He likes to tell us that we don't have our microphones on.
Because actually in the first interview that I watched today, we didn't have the microphones on when we started talking to her.
I believe it. Yeah, it happens. And it still happens 5 years later. Let's see. Gare Bear's in the house. What's up, Harambe?
What are you doing here? You're causing a scene!
Let's see. Oh, you have to get it next year because of the colon cancer running in your family. Okay. Will you have the option to get the blood test, or will they have to just do straight finger check it out, so finger. What's up, Mucal Mortar? Did I say that right? Honk honk. I'll see if I can save up any burps for you, just in case you're running low on the collection.
What do I give him?
Let's see.
I gotta give him something.
Yeah, you got to give some reacts. Yeah. Give some.
Clap
love.
for that, you stupid bastard.
There you go. Yep. Mm-hmm. Alan T's gel with the poncho plate. Yes, so the ponchos, the nachos with the extra cheese. Yeah. Oh yeah, give him a brap. There you go. Since I haven't given anything else yet. Yeah. Okay, let's do. 420 is tomorrow. That's correct.
All right, we got 4 minutes.
Alan's here.
Oh, Alan's
we got to push Alan's button, or he's going to be all sad.
Hello,
Alan.
Work doesn't test unless you look intoxicated. Wow, very interesting.
Nice.
Okay, so yes, hello to Alan. We're going to go to the movie wheel.
Alan's got to go do his other show.
Alan has to go do his other thing. Sean Hatchie's here. Tomorrow is Sean Hatchie's birthday, and he is in Albany, and so he also says hello to Albany from Albany, New York. So have a happy birthday, Hatch. Yes, enjoy yourself.
Every Sunday night, we watch a movie on our secret movie channel on Twitch. If you want to hang out, make sure you're in our Discord or in the Facebook group, LLN Community.
That's just... I was like,
9 Eastern on a Sunday night, we all hang out and we watch a movie together and we talk over it. So it's a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely. Come on over. Coneth, hello. We'll push your button when we get back, Mm-hmm.
Enjoy being in me if you must. Wow. All right. Let's spin the wheel, see what we're watching this Sunday.
Okay. All right. That
didn't work, did it?
That didn't work, did it? No.
Oh, because I have this in the way.
Oh, yeah, you do, huh?
What's that doing there?
Claritin today.
What is it? Oh!
Wow, John Cusack.
Say anything.
Say anything. Oh, yep. I'm excited. I'm pumped, dude. Guys, It's our super secret movie channel on Twitch, so let us know if you want to watch. If you haven't come to watch the movie before, let us know, and, we'll give you the address. Yeah. That's our wedding song, because you loved that song in that movie so much.
Yep.
Get out your boom boxes.
Back to the bar.
Yeah, I was like, Dave, you can pick our wedding song, and that's what he picked, and I was like, all right, I like it, you like it, it sounds
it's a
good.
Good jam.
Yeah. What's up, Carl? We got to push Bud's button because Bud's here.
Oh, okay.
And I know Sundays,
Hey, Bud.
Got stuff going
What's
on.
shaking?
We understand. We get it. Carl.
I know you've done something.
We all made it. To Friday.
Yep.
We're here. Yep. And with 1 minute to spare. Oh my goodness. Matthew Broderick and John Cusack mixed up, but then I remember Broderick was drunk driving in Ireland and killed someone and got away with it. I've heard the story, actually, just a teeny bit. I don't know much about it. Yeah. That's a shame.
David.
That happened.
We love David.
Hi, Dave G. You're over on Facebook. Thanks for popping in. I'm excited to have you here again. Can we not dock with these? It's so, our chairs just love to touch.
It's funny that we say that and it's so inappropriate.
It is, I suppose. Is it? Yeah. Italin. Oh, I'm supposed to be. And I need to practice my Irish accent, because Aaron was like, you should do an Irish accent for D&D.
From Ireland.
When our son does the campaign, when he's the DM, he's like, you should do an Irish accent. So I don't know. We'll see. I got to try it out.
French Stewart.
I should be able to do it. I'm Irish. Born in America.
I can't do a Slavic accent.
No, it's okay. He said I just have to watch a lot of Irish people videos.
Yeah, you can pop in anytime you want. Rose.
Yeah. Oh, the boob tube. Yeah. With as a okay. I should play an Irish gnome wizard. I guess I could. I need help making a different character. Because I feel like I like my character. I like Siona. And then I made Cathra. And she was different. But I didn't dare get into any kind of spell thing.
These nerds are talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I'm very nervous about trying. Like, I don't know what spell slots are. Like, you all have that stuff. I don't. And I'm scared to attempt to use any of it, that I'm going to do it wrong. But I'm already doing a lot of it wrong anyway. It's all good. It's tree instead of 3. All right, you introduce. I'm going to crack a beer, okay?
We make sure audio's all gone.
That's fine. We'll make sure we can hear each other.
Can you hear us? Oh, and you sound great.
Oh my gosh, Dave, why is this dripping all over?
All right, I'm going to bring you in. Hold on a second.
Okay. Oh, that's just water. Okay. It's like, what happened? I thought like a beer exploded or something.
Here we go. Check this out.
Okay, let me see. What'd you do, Dave? You got music and everything.
Hey!
That's weird.
Wow.
Hey, everybody. It's
That's
Albany
new
Rose.
now.
Let me adjust your...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dave does. Yep. We have fun. Do you play Albany? Do you play D&D?
I do. I prefer tabletop, like in person than the online. It's hard to get into the online.
Yeah, I've never played it before, and I said that here, and then one of our friends was like, actually our mod was like, I'm making the D&D, LLN D&D. So we've been playing it for almost a year now, every Thursday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And when we get together next month, we're going to see a bunch of our friends. We are going to do whatever it's called, the one thing where it's like
the one thing,
where you play and it's just like the one night.
Oh, one off, like
one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the dungeon master, so I don't know what I'm talking about. One shot, that's what it's called. Okay. Let me backtrack here. I'm a little like hyper because first of all, I'm very excited to see you. I just walked in the door and so I'm like, woo! Albany Rose, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you.
Formerly the Pro-Life Atheist.
Yes.
Now it's just
gotta throw that out there.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. We've been following you, at least what you put up on your social medias, and it's been exciting to watch.
Yeah. So for folks who, I feel like everybody here knows who you are anyway, but just in case, can you do a quick recap history for maybe folks who don't know how? Okay, so you are pro-life, okay, but just tell us a little bit about like before that. And
like the too long didn't read version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for the folks who maybe don't know.
Didn't see the first interview.
So when I was 16, I was coerced into an abortion that I didn't want. I had recently, a couple years before that, I moved in with my dad, who was very new agey, spiritual, one of those, there's no such thing as right and wrong. Everything is personal truth. Very pro-choice until his daughter wanted to make a different choice. And then that was not acceptable, as you do. And it basically spiraled into 2 solid weeks of severe depression after that, in which case I became devoutly pro-abortion. And then God thought it would be funny to introduce me to a God-fearing conservative Roman Catholic who was very pro-life when I was 18. And he was the first like sexy dude in my life that ever challenged me. My husband now of almost 14 years loves to joke that his biggest hype in life, his biggest win is that he talked back to the hot girl, as he says. They're like, yay, socialism and government's wonderful. And he's like, okay, but why? And then I couldn't answer that. So, and so I got pregnant at 19 after that. And when I went for our now 12-year-old's 8-week ultrasound, and there's her little fat head with her body, and you could perfectly see her nubs for arms and legs. And I still have that ultrasound. And when the doctor told me it was 163 beat per minute heartbeat, my whole world shattered, because when I went in for my abortion, I was the same gestational age. And they were like, yeah, you can't see anything.
Oh my God.
You know, don't worry about it. And so I realized everything I'd been told for so long was a lie. And it really just went on this journey of trying to figure out what was right, what was wrong. And it was amazing. Like, I kind of went through the typical stages, like, okay, well, I'm pro-life for myself, but, pro-choice for other people. And then, I had this long list of exceptions. And then it really came down to, okay, well, what does science say? I'm either consistent or I'm not. And I've been doing pro-life work now for probably 11 years.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. How you got there, my goodness. That is a story. I can't remember, did you and your dad make up after all, like when you had that realization of like, oh my gosh, this baby is the same age, as the baby before, and I can hear heartbeat, I see the baby. Did you talk to your dad about that at all? Like, hey buddy.
I tried a lot. So my dad became this hardcore animal rights activist, and I tried bringing that up, be like, so where do you find that this is not okay, but having, abortions with no restrictions is perfectly fine? And my dad is definitely a pick and chooser. So like, he'll talk about the Christian God and say he's real and he follows that God, but then he'll follow like the Reiki and the New Age. And then he'll also pull from Judaism, old Judaism, where he's like, well, the soul doesn't even enter the body until this many weeks, and nothing was consistent. And so we got into it once, and he told me that he doesn't regret the choice he made for me because he knew it was right. And the first time I finally snapped at him was he wanted me to abort all 4 of our kids downstairs.
Oh my gosh.
One, he said I was too fat for one. After that, he said I was having one too close together. And it was just a whole thing. He actually hasn't been in our lives for 3.5 years now. I completely removed him. It got really bad. Like, he started going down the path of, and I hate saying woke because I feel like it's overused, but it was like excessive, like white man is the worst of them all. And I'm like, you realize you're talking about your grandson. Like, you're talking about yourself. Right. You're talking about. And the last straw was I found out that he told me after my abortion not to tell anyone. And I didn't. I kept that secret with me for so long. And I found out he told everyone in the family that I wanted the abortion. He just paid for it. Where he actually made me pay for it.
Wow.
My next paycheck after it, he took that. And my family didn't know. And so he got into it with his sister, my Aunt Tira, who, if there are angels among us, that woman is one of them. Yeah. She is just the most incredible, beautiful human. And I watched him and her go back and forth on Facebook. And my aunt had just posted this beautiful thing about adoption, nothing about abortion, nothing about pro-life, pro-choice. It was just this beautiful thing about adoption. And my dad went crazy.
What?
And I honestly, my dad has spiraled. So my dad, I think I might have mentioned this on the last one, but my dad believes he's the reincarnated brother of Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, you didn't mention that.
In total seriousness. And it's only gotten worse.
Wow.
And my aunt asked him, well, what would you say if, like, Catherine, my mother, had wanted to abort me? Like, would you be okay with looking at your daughter and saying that she was disposable?
Oh, sorry.
And he, no, you're love it. It's called mental illness in some circles. Oh yeah. No, my dad is nuts, and
so what was
I have no problem.
What was the response then? Like that, if
he basically avoided it while simultaneously being like, that was her choice, and like, I can love my daughter and still believe that like she could have been aborted.
Wow.
And he made a comment about my history, about how he's always supported my choices, and that's when I joined in, and I made this long post. And I got detailed because I was pissed when I found out he lied. So I explained in detail to him for the whole world to see, like, do you not remember me sitting on the edge of your and Marilyn's, which was his wife at the time, sitting on the edge of your bed, crying, begging you to keep my baby, begging you that I could absolutely still stay in school because there's these other pregnant teenagers that are doing it. Why couldn't I? And long story short, he refused to respond to me. My aunt actually called me crying because she had no clue. And I removed him from my life then. And last year on St. Patrick's Day, I got a voicemail from him because even though I haven't blocked, he can still leave voicemails. And he was like, you know, I'm sorry. The only thing I want for my birthday is just to hear from you. And it had been like 2 years. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a leap of faith because I genuinely believe just about anyone can change. God knows I have. And I was like, I will give baby steps. And the first week I called him, it was fine. We talked. I even let him send the kids their birthday cards. And then a week after that was when he went down that whole anti-white, white man bad, Republicans, libertarians, anyone that thinks the government is out to get you, they're just crazy and they're the worst kind of people. And I was just like, I'm not having this. This is so, and like, I'm making it sound calm. Like this was a 5-page ridiculous rant about anyone who's pro-life, anyone who supports gun, like we're all the worst. I'm like, I can't live this way. I won't allow that in my children's life. So.
And it's hard to make that choice to say, like, you know, a biological family member, you know, or even someone that you truly care about, really. I mean, but when it comes to like parents, you know, a lot of times people say like, oh, I can't cut them out of my life because they're my mom or they're my dad, you know, but if they're toxic in that way, you know, you have to do what's best for you and for your family, you know?
Oh, yeah. And my mom and I were never close, and she genuinely hated him the moment she found out about the abortion because my mom's sitting there. She's like, I would have loved you. You could have come home. And I didn't know that because my dad always made me believe like my mom would never be there for me. And so, you know, and I found out other things that are neither here nor there anymore, you know, about him, things that he'd done to other women in the past. And I'm like, nope, this is the right choice. And I'm okay with it because my first and foremost family is my husband and our children. And after that, it's, you know, my other blood family that supports us. And that's my mom and my sisters and people that aren't cuckoo for friggin' Cocoa Puffs.
Right. Now, growing up,
now you grew up in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah. Is that where?
Yep. And now we're in Iowa again. My husband actually moved us back to the Midwest so I could be close to my family.
Oh,
that's great. Yeah, because I remember we on the last interview I reviewed it today just to figure out what we talked about and everything like that. And you were living in Colorado because that's where you moved in with your father. And then you were talking about chickens. You wanted to get chickens, but you weren't sure if you could get them in that neighborhood.
And now I have chickens.
I
have 40 chickens. Great.
How many?
How many?
We have 40 chickens plus roosters and guineas, and I'm getting goats very soon. So.
Yay! Goats are awesome.
Rad. Well, so my husband has like said no to goats, but we wouldn't keep them at our house. A friend lets us use their old farm that they only use for camping about 8 minutes down the road. And during the weekend, they were doing just a regular controlled bush burning fire, and it got out of control. And they didn't have a fire line. So it caught part of a barn on fire. It burned this whole field down right next to my chicken coop. And I made the joke to the firemen. I was like, see, I should have had goats. They would have made a fire line. And straight up, this chief of police or fireman or whatever was like, yes. He's like, absolutely. If you can fence them along that line, he's like, get goats. I'm like, done.
Yeah.
Now
what are you going to do?
And you mentioned goats, and our friend Summer showed up here. Wisdom is wealth. She has goats, but she also wrote something beautiful.
To her button.
Yeah. That's okay.
For her.
But she says, "Hi guys, hi Albany, just joining. But thanks for your testimony. We have a lot in common. She had a baby at 21 and was born again Christian at 23, but was pressured into not keeping her by her father and his family. So, and she said, thanks for saving lives. I'm sure you touch a lot. I mean, your story resonates with so many, I'm sure. And, you know, because we're all going through life, but we all have a lot of similar experiences, you know, and although I've never had your experience, I know other people have. So, but sorry, back to the goats. I'm sorry. No, whatever you want to talk about, it's fine.
No, that is really it. My friend Sage, her son was the first child that I ever met that I knew I directly helped save from abortion. And when I met him and held him, and now he's like 14.
That's rad.
That's amazing.
Or God, no, he'd be like 10 now. But yeah, it was like no one can explain that feeling to you until you live it. So I definitely would never do anything else. Sorry, I'm reading the comments too. My wife wants a hobby farm, chicken, horse, maybe other animals. Yes, do it. Do it, because I never thought I'd be a homesteading wife, baking bread and homeschooling children. And now my husband has to deal with like this guy right here. I found him a week ago.
Oh, another one.
We named him Thomas the O'Malley cat.
Oh,
Thomas the O'Malley. Thomas O'Malley.
So
amazing.
Yeah.
Again, I think you mentioned that in the last one where you got a dog because somebody was giving away a dog on Facebook or something like that, and you didn't want it to end up in a dog fighting ring, and so you just came home with the dog.
There's been a lot of those. A lot. I brought home a raccoon last year. My husband didn't think I would, and then I did.
Learn something new every day, huh?
She walks in with a raccoon.
Did you keep it or did you?
Well, now what happened with the raccoon?
We actually had to euthanize him. He was younger, and our best guess. So I'm friends with the head of the DNR here, like the animal resource, nature resource people. Their best guess is he probably fell or got a head injury. And I forget the name of it, but it's basically where they can't feed themselves, drink water. But we made sure that his last few hours, he was warm and safe. So
yeah,
that's rough.
That is rough. My uncle loves raccoons. Like he loves animals. I think over people.
My mom had some skunks for a while. I don't know how that happened.
But he loves raccoons. Yeah, so much. Your mom had
my crazy dad had a skunk. They can be really good pets.
Yeah, just don't startle them.
Yeah.
You can get that gland removed, which is important.
Yeah, I don't think she did. I think she just brought him inside.
Well, he was in not in the house part, but he was sort of like in a I don't know, area of the basement it's
like a garage.
Yeah, and he could go in and out where it was protected for him. He could still go outside, but still be inside to be safe too. Yeah. So, all right. So 40 chickens. What else is on the farm? What else do you have right now?
Right now, it's just chickens. The people that that own the farm, they get pigs sometimes, but they're not getting pigs this year. So that's where we'd keep the goats.
Okay.
But I mean, we're surrounded by farms. Our neighbor across the street, they have donkeys. So every morning and every night we hear donkeys braying, and I love it. I love the sound of donkeys. I mean, that's just the live ones. Like, I'm sure if you guys keep up with me, you see what I do with like the skulls and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I also like how you went like full rebellion against your father. So you're pro-life now. I don't know, Christian. You believe in God or whatever. You have animal skulls and skins around your house, where he's a vegan activist. I think you described.
He literally travels around the country with no money, going to all these vegan animal rights things. Yeah. So I mean, you do you, but don't be a hypocrite about it. Right. To be fair, though, it was never a phase. I was always into the macabre. Now I'm just an adult. And I'm allowed to do things.
Yeah, I can monetize this too.
Yeah.
Well, so my husband and I bowl. We're on bowling leagues.
So fun.
And I went to Wisconsin State Bowling last year, and I get a call between matches or whatever, and my husband says, Chris just showed up, and he's the head of our DNR, and apparently the cops were called.
Oh.
Because someone wanted to complain that I had deer skulls in the front yard. They were soaking in peroxide just to whiten. Yeah. No flesh, no smell. It's just the skulls. And the cops were just like, I don't think that's illegal. So they called Chris. Chris shows up. And Chris knows me because he remembers me as the raccoon lady.
Oh.
and he essentially told my husband that what I'm doing is not illegal. He cannot tell me to move the skulls. His exact words were, I can only tell you that some of your neighbors think you're weird. And I'm like, I didn't get this far in life by caring, and until they're going to pay my bills.
Amen.
Well,
yep. Like, that's the truth. Yeah.
Now, where are you getting these skulls?
So we are surrounded by farms, and we have this amazing, it's just called a hardware store, but it's basically like the greatest thrift store, antique shop you've ever found.
Oh, neat.
And it's actually owned by the guy that has the donkeys, and you go in there and he just has anything imaginable. And so I asked him, if I could put up a sign at his door one day, like, hey, looking for skulls. And he goes, oh yeah, sure, no problem. So I did that, and I got a call from this farmer, butcher, and he owns a roofing company here, but on the side he butchers for free, and he gets a ton of free, meat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me about 6 months ago. Hey, I saw your sign, this, that. I always have animal heads because most farmers, when you butcher, they don't care about that part. And now every other day I get a call. He has his brother has this old abandoned farm way out in the country, and they have over 40 deer heads, 30 pigs, bunch of steer and cows for me in the ditches waiting for summer to decompose. Wow. I actually, I posted a really cool photo, but I got the hide off of one of the cows. The hide itself weighs over 100 pounds. So I'm teaching all the kids how to tan and leather hides.
Yeah, I saw the kids salting it or something. Yeah.
Yep. And literally 10 minutes before I got on, I had to go wash up, but I am currently processing 3 stillborn calves, which is really cool. Like, it's horrible and sad, but I'm glad that I can put to use something, and they're so small. So we have all the things.
And are you still homeschooling?
Oh yeah, my kids will never enter a government school system.
Oh yeah, I remember that story too. Yeah. And so that's a pretty good biology lesson there,
Oh my gosh, they're learning so much. Oh yeah, yep. Oh, that is really neat. I remember, so my cousin, she, like, if she sees something on the side of the road, she'll take it and bury it. Yeah. So she'll
have like a ceremony for it.
Well, yeah, she just wants it to be, it was a living creature, so she feels very sad that it's sitting on the side of the road and it's dead, So, I mean, obviously, like, big
Meanwhile,
things,
some people are just putting like balloons and.
Yeah. So, but she saw like this turkey or something, and she's like, it must have just gotten hit, and I really feel or something. But she's like, we should, let the kids see what it's like on the inside. I feel like it'd be a good lesson for them, So she's like cutting it open and showing everybody they had
their own chickens. They actually processed their own chickens, right?
And all of it's innard, and I'm thinking like, I'm not good with this. So I'm like looking away, like, I'm so glad you're doing this and not me, because I'm really not. But yeah, I mean, she's just on the fly, like, just, we're going to do this right now. She stopped over at my house. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know what to do.
Wait, she did that here?
Yeah, in the backyard. It was several years ago. It's fine.
Did I know about this?
You were not home. No. But the kids were like, wow, what's that? And I'm just like,
cutting open animals in my yard?
I was like, don't, well, she wanted to show them what it was all about, so. And
I love that though, because it's great. Like, I get a lot of organs and stuff for free from the farmers too, because we make homemade dog food. And nice. we got a pig heart just before winter, and that was really cool to dissect and show the kids because it's so close to ours. So that was a blast.
Yep.
And
I'm not good with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fine with it happening, but I'm not one to I'm squeamish, I guess. I don't know. I'm just like, okie dokie, we'll just pretend that's not happening. What can I bring to help clean this up? But good, because everybody, they need that experience and that kind of stuff. So what are you doing then with the skull? I mean, I've seen them. So why don't you tell everyone what you do with it then? When you have them, what are you doing with the skulls?
I mean, everything. I mean, obviously I clean them most of the time. I get them, there's still meat and stuff on it. Mm-hmm. So I go through that process, clean, and then I'll either keep them for myself, sell them cleaned. I've done paintings. I did a really beautiful Bob Ross painting on a bison skull. And I did a Harley Davidson huge piece on another bison skull for my father-in-law for Christmas.
That's a big head too.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was over $50 to ship, but I was like, worth it. It's fine. But it's this summer. I need to see if I know someone I can borrow like a respiratory mask from, but you can do bone carvings, and I really want to get into that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would, I don't know much about that. What's that going to be like?
I mean, just
carving into it, like you would burn into wood or something. Oh, okay.
Yep. I have I had a Dremel set, and then the woman that borrowed it went to prison for dealing meth. So
no.
Need to get another one.
Oh, yeah, I thought she left it there.
No. She
small town living, I guess. That's just part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt you or anything. You go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I was just gonna. Jack said the hydro dip. Yeah, I've never tried it, but I'm going to. I just got this. A friend of mine ordered from this huge hydro dipping company, and then ended up not liking it. So I've got all these different patterns to try out.
That's what little David was trying to do. My son, he'd just put like paint in water and then dip things.
Yeah, the spray paint, and then we've never. I don't know. Right. We've never really figured out how to do it great. I mean, he's done a few things.
Yeah, but he was younger. It's been a while.
I think he could do it now. Yeah. Hey Ryan, thanks for subscribing. Did you want to? I don't want to like take over.
No, it's fine.
I'm used to being the one to talk a lot, but no, I don't want to be.
We like a woman in control sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's normally I'm like behind the scenes, like I'll talk to like you before the show and everything, and then I just
set everything up, and then and
then Mary talks because I'm not that.
But we're both like super excited, and it's.
But if it's somebody I know things about, like
right, and want to chat
then I have
with
stuff. How about this? You started a nonprofit probably around 2018. Are you still doing that?
I'm not. One, because things changed when I moved states.
That gets awkward.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't think there would be anything because it was approved at the federal level, but every state has their own thing. And I also did not have. Thankfully, most people that donated, like I knew them personally, and I was able to, send out end of the year tax deduction things.
That's a lot of work.
But it is, when it was only me doing it, it was a lot more than I anticipated. So I want to set it up again desperately, but I just need to make sure that I'm going in with a clear head and like really have a good system because I am bad at organizing.
Yep.
I am so shit at keeping anything. We have a filing cabinet and I don't think anything's in it. And I have stuff that needs to go in it. But
well, that's like the personality type. The type of people who want to like go out and do things and make a change are not the people that should be keeping the books.
Right. Find someone to keep the books for you. Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta hire a nerd for that.
Someone who wants to
some introvert that
someone who wants to stay organized.
Wants to help.
I want to stay organized, but there's something between the like part of my brain and then the act of doing it. We have a filing cabinet also, but it is full of other things that are not files. I'm like, oh, this is good storage. Look I can put this in.
I think there's a dog leash and some like old mail and nail polish in it if I had to choose. Yeah.
Like some change.
It became a junk drawer.
It is a junk drawer.
We have too many junk drawers, though. I feel like we have like 2 in the kitchen, the filing cabinet.
But they're different categories of junk.
I suppose one is like it's a tool drawer, and then the other one is just like that's the legit.
That's where
drawer.
that goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Need a woman secretary for doing the books. Okay, Ryan.
Ryan's our resident troll.
He's been trolling us for 5 years.
5 years.
We're gonna see him again for the third time in Tennessee next month. So he stayed at our house.
We have a junk drawer. Ryan has that. Ryan. Has
a doom room. Oh my
Just
goodness.
Everything goes in there. Is that what that is?
We've made friends with a lot of the people. We've been doing this for a long time, and so we've actually like met up with folks and have had a lot of
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, we met people in real life that we met on the internet. That's safe.
Totally. I told my mom, I'm like, don't worry, it's okay. We're just going to take our kids to meet our friends from the internet.
My longest time best friend in the whole world, we met online when I was 11. He was 13. And now I'm 32. He's 34. And like we went to go see Rammstein last year. Like he knows my kids. They see him as Uncle Jesse. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a new world. Yeah.
It totally is. Jay Forte met his wife in World of Warcraft. So, it's... and so Celeste, she just had a baby a couple weeks ago, first time mama.
Oh yeah.
And we did.
Congrats.
We got to see her in person for the very first time. She took us to a hot dog stand. So just in case, out in public,
It's like they know us.
Yeah.
We're always on here.
Yeah.
I have no idea who these people are.
AOL. My gosh. That was a long time ago.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel really old.
Yeah, I remember that though.
Our nephews, I guess they told his mom, his sister, and they're like, you were born in the 1900s, and she's like, shut up. Like, but it's true, like, ouch. Because it's almost, it's 2024, I'm like, I guess that's appropriate.
There's 20-year-olds running around that never saw the 1900s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sick.
That's pretty wild. Yeah. Now, I want to ask you about, you have been getting your workout on. You've been going and tell us about your journey of that, because it's been, you did like lose weight, and now then did you plateau? You took a break and now you're getting back to it. Like,
you shared that before and after picture, and I'm thinking back when we had you on 5 years ago, and I'm like, does she look fine? She look good. And it's like, and then you showed
it's amazing what you can do with lighting and angles though. Like, this is like, for the first time in my life, the camera's just straight on. That never happens. It was always like this.
Yeah.
And like, don't look my weight.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah. I'm like, neck out.
Yeah. I mean, it's something I've struggled with since, our first kid. Because when my husband and I met, I was 145 pounds. I was super tiny and tall. And every one of our kids, I was just ridiculously sick. And there were only certain things my body would keep down. So our youngest, the only thing I could keep down until I was like 7 months pregnant was with McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Oh man.
So breakfast, lunch, dinner, it was the only thing I didn't throw up. Wow. And that really caused a problem with food. And then, when you have 4 kids right in a row, and then, of course, when we bought our first house, we were 10 minutes from anything you could ever want to eat ever.
Dangerous.
And it just became this bad cycle with food. And I'm a bored eater. I'm not a stress eater, nothing. I am a bored eater. So I don't go to bed till 2 or 3 in the morning. I always go to the gym at 11 p.m. at night because no one's there. Yeah. I'm already up. And now I've been able to make the gym my time. But before, I'm attempting to homeschool 4 kids, figure life out like we all are. Mm-hmm. So it'd be 2 in the morning and I would go have 2 bowls of cereal because it was just easy and comfort.
Delicious.
Yeah, see, I eat chicken nuggets every day because they're delicious.
That's it. The baby demanded chicken nuggets and that's it.
Yeah.
Kids, they want the nuggies.
Oh, you can't beat the sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's. Doesn't matter. I just love it. But I really I really contribute everything to moving back to the Midwest. So we moved to total BFE. The closest thing to us besides that little hardware store and like a Subway we're 30 minutes from a Walmart.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything is an hour and a half away.
Wow.
And thank God for Amazon, but it really made me had to cut ties with my relationship with food the way I had it. And so my husband saw me 2 years ago. I was digging on the outside of one of our fences and I was digging these little holes to plant tomatoes. And he was so confused. I was like, well, I want a garden, but I can't go and do all this stuff. So I'm just going to start small. And the next day he went out, rented a tiller, and half of that side of our yard, it's like almost 1,000 square feet. He dug me a garden.
Oh, that's amazing.
But it helps so much. I mean, I'm assuming you've seen the barbecue sauces and the hot sauces.
I'm interested. The spices and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I would love to send you guys like a little care package for free with this summer if you'd like to try.
I'm an adventure eater, so I'm into it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so hot.
I did that one chip challenge on the show one day and it ruined her birthday, but I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. My stomach wasn't ready. It was just like nothing but 4 Locos.
It's really not even the heat necessarily. It's how dry they are. Like it's like it sucks the breath out of you.
Yeah. And it was fun, eating it, burning. Ooh, this is tough. And then it hit my stomach and everything just went south. And it was bad. I
will send you one of my most popular. It's a brown sugar bourbon.
Oh.
And I normally do it with either a 7-pot or a Trinidad Scorpion, but it's a delicious, smoky, small bit of heat. But it's good and it won't kill your stomach.
Yeah. Send what you want. I'll do it on the show and then we'll promote the shit out of it.
Hell yeah. Bring the whole thing. You'll be my guinea pigs because this summer I want to make a ghost pepper cream cheese.
That sounds awesome.
You can be my guinea pigs.
It's like nice mellow cream cheese with the violence. I like
with the violence. Yeah. Want some of that violent cream cheese? Scorpion, small bit of heat.
Now you do sauces or seasonings or both or
everything. And sorry, I'm going between you and the one comment. So Scorpion, like Yeah, so the Trinidad scorpion is one of the hottest peppers, but when you mix it with other sweeteners, like you can adjust the heat, obviously, whether you want more of the smoke or more of the bite. But I do everything. I do hot sauces, barbecue sauces. I make specialty rubs. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like once you figure it out that like different things have different flavors. Because we were watching that Hot Ones show for a while, and I'm like, I got to get one of these. So I got the Mad Dog 357. And like I've ruined so many vats of chili with just like till I figured out how not to ruin it, and it had a good flavor once you figured out.
Yeah, always start with like 2 drops. No matter if you think it's too little, start small.
Yeah, I'm
doing. You can always add more.
I took it to work, got everybody upset there. It's like this is unreasonable.
And you barely put any in. Yeah.
Well, and that's really where it started. Like I had this grand idea of making that stuff, and then I started, planning on what to grow. And of course we eat, and I became like the 2020 pandemic. Really, it really opened my eyes to the control we allow the government. And I watched how easily they just
take things away.
Everybody's life. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to rely on them. So that's how we got chickens. I literally looked at my husband because he was like, no chickens. And I straight up asked him, I said, I thought you wanted to fight the establishment with me. So why aren't you? And straight up, he's like, fine, you can have chickens.
That's hot. You can't resist.
Right.
Sorry.
I thought you wanted to fight the establishment.
I almost proposed.
Egg prices went stupid. And I was like, they can do that with anything. Not only will this give us eggs, but we will literally have as much meat as we want. And that's what we do.
Yeah.
But, going back to the weight loss, that's what really started it, was the being self-sufficient. And, I didn't even start working out at first. So for those that don't know, I got up to, because we moved to Iowa, and then, the first month we're here, Royce was back in Colorado, my husband, because he had to finish up work there. So I didn't have a working vehicle at the time. It was more convenient to just get really fast food. And I finally weighed myself, and I was 245, and I had never been that weight in my life. And it just really hurt me. And
how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Okay. How tall are you?
So 5'8".
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Tall girls.
And I'm lucky because I have a long torso and long legs and big boobs. So like, I never necessarily looked my weight if I took care of myself and stood and,
posture.
But my knees always hurt because I've trained horses my whole life. And so my left knee has been railed into metal poles more times than I can count. My left ankle hurt all the time from a skateboarding accident, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And so I really went cold turkey. I stopped eating after 6:30 every night. I just made that my cutoff, so my body had room to digest. I made sure I drank, when I first started, I drank at least a gallon of water a day. Now I'm like 64 ounces of water a day. And that was it. Those are the only 2 changes. And I dropped 20, 30 pounds in 2 months.
That 6:30 thing would be the hardest for me, because those late night bologna roll-ups are calling me.
Honestly, though, that's the thing. If people are going to eat late, find those good snacks. So every now and then I still get hungry, or maybe I worked out a bit too much and I'm definitely hungry. Yeah. So I'll get half a cup of cottage cheese or grab some salami or something, just good for you instead of the bowls of cereal.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, I obviously started to incorporate working out, but I'm officially down 75 pounds, and it's
fantastic. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. It's definitely, I'm getting to a frustrated point though. So I'm at 170. Plateauing. Yes. And well, it's not even so much plateauing. So I plateaued. I don't know if you'd call it a plateau. So obviously in December, I was rushed to the ER because
yeah, we got to talk about that too.
Yeah.
So much. That's what I said. We have so much to catch up on.
Is it okay? Am I allowed to step downstairs and have a smoke, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I always want to be respectful because I know some people don't like that on.
Yeah, you're sweet. Yeah, I vape my nicotine.
We started out where we'd have our one friend on all the time, and I had to make like little videos to play while he tried to pee while he was on the stream.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, you can't do that,
I had
John.
to make a button just for him.
This is, come here, Tempy. Come here, Temperance. Come here, you're not in trouble.
Oh, what do we got there?
Oh, baby.
German Shepherd. I grew up with those.
Yep.
So she was a gift from one of my pro-life followers.
Oh,
These are awesome people.
hello.
Oh, look, we saw you 5 years ago.
Right.
You brought him on at the end. Hi.
This is the one that made me pro-life.
Hi. How are you? Hi. Hey. So, did you say the dog was a gift?
That's a bold gift.
I hold on, my love. So essentially we were fostering, and we got rid of one dog that we were fostering, and you go figure it out. I'm talking to adults. You're old enough to go figure out your own stuff. Then go fight your sister. Fight to the death. I don't know.
Make more.
That's what we had to do.
Yeah. Yep.
But so we were looking for a dog because we knew that ours were getting older and we wanted them to kind of work with or train the next puppy. And I found this woman that was selling German Shepherd puppies, but I didn't know the price. And when I inquired, she's like, they were, $700 or $800. One of the parents was paid for, they're purebred shepherds.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, well, definitely don't have that, but I truly appreciate you getting back to me. And that's when she went, I don't mean to be like disrespectful, but holy crap, I know you from this work. I have followed you for so long. Like, I love you so much. She's like, I talked with my husband and we just want to give her to you. Like, we have been praying. We have been praying so hard for so long because all of the others have been adopted, but we haven't been able to find a home for her. And sorry, like, kids are quietly miming to me, like, can we do this?
Oh, I understand.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we have
Ours will
kids,
be coming down pretty soon,
yeah. Like, hey, Mom. I'm like, I'm not listening.
It don't matter. There is no like, well, you told me to be quiet, so I'm being quiet. Like,
yeah.
Or be more specific.
Right, yeah. I'm being quiet about my requests.
But yeah, she
great.
And it was like, we've been friends now for a year. She just turned a year.
Aww.
And she's been such a wonderful dog in our life and amazing. And it brought good friends into our life. And it's, yeah.
A blessing, right?
Very much so.
Oh, that's so wonderful. My goodness. Oh, I heard.
Is it time?
No. Like, I hear my children. They'll probably go upstairs instead of down. Oh, okay. So you were about to share about being rushed to the hospital.
The fun, yes.
Yeah.
So within a week span, I had really bad abdominal pain, but I didn't think much of it because after 20-30 minutes, it kind of went away. And I thought maybe it was just, I'm starting to strength train and do different workouts. That's what the body does.
Mm-hmm.
And after one night, it just wasn't going away and it kept getting worse and worse. And my husband had made a comment that my skin felt like it was on fire. And that never happens. Like, I'm one of those women that my feet and my butt are always ice cold.
Yeah.
And so my husband is like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
the butt's
he
okay.
just, and, he was concerned, but I knew he had to go to work really early. So I told him, if something, thankfully I could spit and there's the hospital across the street. So that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and finally after like
Walmart.
It's a terrible hospital, but I mean, at least it's convenient for something. And finally, after 5 or 6 hours, I couldn't take it anymore. So I drove over there, which was a feat because like I'm literally in my car just like this.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Move. And so they did they did a CAT scan and it was inconclusive and they wanted to do an ultrasound, but they didn't have anyone on staff that could do it.
Okay.
So they pumped me full of painkillers and then they essentially bullied me into taking an ambulance to another hospital an hour and a half away.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't want to. I wanted my husband to take me because I don't have health insurance. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to pay for
an ambulance. Yeah.
An ambulance ride. I got the bill. It was $3,200.
Oh my gosh.
For an hour drive, and it was $25 a mile on top of the standard $1,400 just to use it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So no kidding.
That's oh my gosh. So what ended up happening when they got you there?
They did ultrasounds, they did everything. Everything still came back inconclusive. So in fact, they basically gave me amoxicillin because my white cell blood count was high. I was fighting an infection, and that's all they could tell me, and they sent me home. So
actually, I'm on your page. I was looking for something, and I actually December 23rd, 2023, heading home from the hospital. CT scan and ultrasound showed issues, but were inconclusive. That's what.
And then they just let you go, like bye bye. Yep. Take this pill.
They were like, "Well, we'll let the infection clear up," and they knew my abdomen was full of fluid, which is their best guess why they couldn't see anything. They wanted to do an MRI, but they ended up saying I wasn't a candidate because of the piercings in my face, even though they're not metal, they're titanium.
Yeah,
which is what all. And like my sister, who works in a really nice hospital in Milwaukee, she was blown away because they have like people will have jewelry on in them. They have metal detectors. And so,
oh yeah.
But either way, so I went home, and then however long after I went back for a follow-up, did another ultrasound. That was inconclusive. So I had to go back to get like a third or fourth one finally. And that's when they saw that I had multiple cysts. I have one in an ovary, one blocking a fallopian tube, and I have a 11.6 centimeter cyst growing on the outside of my uterus. And they always say anything after 10 centimeters, they would prefer to surgically remove, because if that bursts, it can cause problems.
Yeah.
But that's $10,000 to $15,000 out of pocket. So I'm kind of just like, well, people have actually been really amazing. I had followers support me in kind of setting up a GoFundMe to help. And I've gotten most of the ambulance bill down, which is nice, but that's still about $7,200 that I owe still in medical debt. And I'm like, I am not adding on top of that. Like, I'm not in any pain right now. I will deal with whatever it is, but I'm not falling into this system of like, they confirmed it's not cancerous. So I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But it's just kind of been this back and forth because I went in for another follow-up. They wanted to wait and see what happened after 3 months. So I went like a month ago for the last ultrasound, and there was no changes. It was still 11.6, and they did say they could no longer confirm it was one large one. It was just so massive. They're not sure if it's multiple together or one big one.
Wow.
And the OB had said she was really surprised I wasn't in pain, but I didn't feel anything. And it turns out one actually burst a week ago.
Oh my gosh.
It turned out to be a good thing. Like I felt it, and it was really weird. So I like to joke about it now. So my husband and I were like, we don't fight, but I definitely have moments where I'm really emotional. And I was really emotional. He didn't know what to do, and I'm crying for no stupid reason. And all of a sudden a cyst burst, and it just changed the mood really fast. And my way of dealing with serious moments is like just to F around and just make jokes. And he's over here freaking out, thinking he's gonna have to take me to the hospital. And I'm standing in the shower and I'm just making dirty jokes.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only way I can handle anything.
This is your coping mechanism, right?
But I actually feel a lot better. I don't know which one burst, of course, but I actually physically feel better since it happened. So I'm kind of hoping the rest will just go that way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is
actually, I was trying to find your GoFundMe and I'm having trouble.
Oh, I know. I saw it. You shared. Somebody had set up a thing for you, right? The GoFundMe. Did you share that somewhere?
Yeah, it's I know it's in the replies on my X, my Twitter, recently today, because someone was asking for it. I've noticed most people prefer things like Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo because they don't take a fee like GoFundMe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I only liked the GoFundMe because I like to be really transparent. I want people to know how much has been raised. So
yeah, yep.
But and on the GoFundMe too, there are I've posted all the pictures of like the hospital bills,
yep,
and the ambulance bill, and even what some of the tests said. So,
yeah. Do you have to now? Okay, so since you were there, one of the cysts burst, and then from your last appointment, did they say like we want to see you again in X amount of time, like to just keep up on this?
And so I ended up going to this big hospital, and it was a really nice hospital. I was in Waterloo, but now they're saying they want to send me to one in Iowa City. It's like the biggest and the best hospital. Oh, hi, my love. Hi. He's doing his own YouTube show. He does one every Friday night, so he's in the middle of
airsoft, right?
The airsoft?
No, not anymore. One moment, my love. So he started a channel about a year and a half ago. It's called A Drink with Crazy, and he supports small indie comic creators, basically people that want to get away from the Hollywood bullshit, people that are tired of any propaganda, and it's literally just good old-fashioned the way comics used to be,
nice.
Writing used to be.
I love that.
So,
what's the name of it again?
A Drink with Crazy.
Is that on a YouTube or Twitch? Yep. Or
YouTube and Rumble.
Okay.
Rumble. I gotta check that out.
Oh my gosh,
it's
I'm
fun.
so
It's
excited.
really fun.
That is. I like that.
Because that's like we started with the libertarian group, and we're interviewing a lot of libertarian people doing libertarian things, and I'm like, I just want to get interesting people, but it's hard to find get outside of our little.
Well, we had painted ourselves into that little corner.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's to find some. Yeah, but that's great. I'd love to do a little bit of that.
Yeah, but, right.
Yes. But sorry, my husband interrupted. He's
That's
good at
okay.
that.
Yeah. So they want you to go.
They want me to go to another hospital, and it's in Iowa City, so it's like 2 hours away. But they have the best of the best stuff, and of course, because it's a new hospital, they don't want to trust the information from the other two hospitals.
Oh.
So
what?
they want to do their own ultrasound, and because I'm a new patient, it would be $415 just to be a new patient. That does not cover any of the actual anything else.
Yeah.
And that is with so total they said it was $1,232, and that is after the 30% discount of cash pay.
Oh wow.
So
they're so generous with their discounts.
Thank you.
They're sneaking in.
We have our kids here real quick. Do you want to say hi?
Oh, you're fine.
Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to Albany? Oh, that's so
What
cute.
is that? It's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
Monster. It looks like a monster. She's really good at drawing, and it's a creepy drawing.
No. I must see it.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can get that.
Oh, that's so cool.
She says it's so cool.
My daughter would love that. My 12-year-old, the one that said hi, she's actually working on her own comic right now. She wants to write a comic about an alternate universe with all these monsters and stuff. And
yay! Her 12-year-old daughter is drawing. Yep.
She got inspired because I decided last month that I'm going to write a book for each of my children, like something I can leave behind. So I'm actually almost done with. I'm almost done with the first one. It's called The Rat Queen, and it's dedicated to our 9-year-old who loves rats and loves teaching people about them. So.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, writing a book till the oh my goodness. Oh. She needs some more paper. The artist needs paper here.
There's a bunch upstairs. You got paper.
You'll have to go in there. I love that. Oh my gosh. I have this like one story that I've had forever that I was just like, someday I'm gonna publish that little book, and whatever. Because I loved reading to my kids. I loved it so much. And I was like, I want to write something so other people can read to their kids, and then it just got stuffed in with a bunch of other papers, and now it's
understandable.
Years later. Yes, Jane, you want to ask me one more question, then we're going to go? This is Albany. Would you like to say hi? I have to tell you that Jane says hi. So
yeah.
She's a little nervous. Give me a hug. Her name's Albany. Can I have a hug? All right. I love you guys. This is our middle kid, Chris. Will we ever see her? Maybe so.
Right now.
Yep, you can. Jane's like, can we ever see her in person? We know her. Someday maybe you get to meet her. 11 o'clock. Okay. I love you.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, the cat didn't make it into view.
Oh, the cat. Oh, where's the cat? Let me see the cat again.
No, cats don't like. Oh.
Oh, hi, kitty. You're so cute.
Our cat knows when he's on camera and he gets angry.
He's just like, whatever. But he comes down here like he wants to be on camera, and then
I'm surprised that so I found him outside of our chicken coop. I'd seen him around a couple times. He would always run away. Never came to me. He definitely just a feral tomcat born in the wild. And a week ago or a week and a half ago, I saw him outside of my chickens when I was feeding them, and he was limping really bad. And I shook the chicken feed, and he actually came right to me, and I was blown away. And I knew I only had one shot because I was like, if I spooked him and he ran, I probably wouldn't get him. So I ended up getting him, and he was just flea ridden, and poor guy was so hurt. My guess was he probably got into a fight with something that bit him.
Yeah.
So I took him to our vet, and they were a godsend. They have something called an angel fund. And so they agreed, they paid for all of his x-rays, all of his stuff. And I ended up taking him to the Humane Society, and they were amazing, cleaned him up, got him all of his flea and tick meds, got him fixed up. And they said because he was feral, he seemed to really want to go back outside. He didn't want to be in. So, no problem. He's all neutered now. And I tried to let him out. He won't go. He
doesn't want
to be inside. Nope. And I took him back to the farm. I let him outside here at the house. He will not go. And I've rescued a lot of cats. And when they're older, like he's probably only 1 or 2, but he's definitely old enough to, he's lived his life out there. They get to a point where they really want to go back outside, and he just
doesn't want to.
He is all love and
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He's so cute. Seriously.
We're looking for a home for him because we have enough cats, but he's just so chill. Yeah. So my husband hasn't been putting up a huge
hurry,
fight.
Right? Yeah, no rush. I did. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No hurry. If it's a chill cat, yeah. I mean, he's probably going like, oh, I'm not getting in anybody's way, just here for some snuggles. So
exactly. Well, and he sleeps on my husband's feet, and my husband loves that. Like if I have clothes that I haven't folded yet, or God forbid I have folded clothes, but I've left them on the bed, he'll just pile them up on top of his feet.
Oh my gosh.
So now he has a
gets
cat that'll lay on his feet. So.
See, I'm not the only one who leaves clothes on the bed.
So Jupiter's asking, do your cats and dogs get along well together, or they just avoid each other?
Yeah, they're totally fine. Our German Shepherd that we actually had to put down recently, she was the greatest dog we could have ever had. She was our guardian. Like she would take someone's arm off before we could get to our gun. But when it came to animals or children, everything was her child. Like our rats, those were her babies.
Yeah. Oh.
She would clean them. She actually saved the life of one of our kittens. We have one named Mira. She's 5 now, but she was 2 weeks premature. And the chance of survival is like 1.3 million for a preemie kitten.
Really?
Because their organs are not, it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
And someone brought me her whole litter years ago. The barn cat basically had her litter all around the yard and then left.
Oh my gosh.
And so she was the only one that survived. And for the first month of her life, she was no bigger than my palm. She was so tiny. And when they're that little, their moms will clean their bottoms to help them go to the bathroom. And we would try with paper and like wet paper, but we couldn't get it. And so Lady, our German Shepherd, actually started doing it on her own.
That's
and
incredible.
Yeah.
Just knowing how to take care of. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a sweetheart.
You know where her cup is?
Okay, I'll bring some up for you in a little bit, okay? Okay, love you.
It's a nice thing when it's like parents on parents, as we all understand. Yeah. It's like, no, kids totally get it 100%.
Where's your cup at?
It's okay. Yeah, thank you. It is.
Do you want me to help her?
You can if you want to, but it doesn't. I mean, I'm going to be going up shortly anyway.
I do. I need to get him catnip. And he's the only one that's never tried it. I'll have to get some tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, yeah, we should give Simon some his birth. Okay, so we have a cat, and he came to us 3 years ago. We just celebrated his birthday. We call it his birthday because that's the day that we let him in.
Demanded to come in.
He came to our home and was like,
I live
leaving.
here now.
Yeah, I rule this house.
Yeah, because he ran up to the door and just meowed at it.
And then he meowed at our window, our bedroom window. Like he
Oh my
from the
God.
steps, he was like put his face in the window, and I'm like, oh
and
my
he was
gosh,
clean, fixed.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, he obviously has an owner. He looks so good. He doesn't look hungry. I mean, we fed him. Like I didn't realize that he was fixed. We thought he was a she at first, and so we tried, scanning for a code at the Erie Animal Network over here. Nothing. And then we put pictures up on Facebook, like anybody missing a cat, and I'm telling the kids, like, don't get attached. I'm telling myself, don't get attached, and nobody claimed him. And so he's ours now for 3 years. Yeah. And, but he's like, I was telling the kids, we're not going to get a cat because you can't clean up after yourself.
Yeah, it's going to eat these rubber bands, and I'm going to spend $5,000 to try to save a cat.
Right. So you guys, we can't get a cat. We can't get a cat. We can't get a cat. And they must have manifested it because I don't know, like 2 months later, the cat shows up, because they had been begging. And I'm like, if you can clean up after yourselves, just, I'm really like saying, like, keep everything clean, pick up
anything,
keep your rooms clean, like show some responsibility. After 60 days straight, we can get a cat. So I'm thinking, no way they're gonna make it,
Yeah,
and then Simon shows up, and I'm just like, we have to have this cat.
And God said, "Let there be humor."
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh! And so he's our baby now. So
yeah, he's
and we gave him some catnip, before lots of times. But I mean, he's silly. And he just sits there and he just kind of like takes a nap. Okay, I could talk about cats all day. So
internet loves cats. So.
I was gonna say we have. I understand we have a massive cat bed on top of our gun case over there.
Oh my gosh, look at it, Dave.
What is that?
A cat bed on top of the gun case.
I thought that was a cat loaf. Like
I know for a fact there's 2 cats in there sleeping right now.
Really?
They're my dumpster kittens. Oh. They were found under a dumpster at 4 weeks. The brother and sister.
Oh my gosh. Yep. How old are they now?
They're 5 as well.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was a cat person. I'm both. I'm a dog person and a cat person, but I was always like nervous around cats. Like it's just going to freak out and attack my face. But since we have Simon, I'm like, I love cats so much. They're so cute. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit more about, so you're supposed to be going back to this hospital, correct? Sorry that I'm all over the place. Like that's kind of my brain.
You're fine. That's my life.
Okay. That's how I roll anymore. Like my brain just, woo. So they want you to come back and they're offering you this discount for paying cash, right? And then, so are you going to just like say no? Are you saying no, thank you to that? Or are you?
I already said no.
Okay.
I did find out they actually set up a schedule. Like they put me in the schedule after I'd said no. And then someone called me to confirm. And I said, that never happened. So
yeah.
I had to call and make sure they didn't have me on there anymore.
Right. Because
now, what I want, my goal is to get this paid off. Like I said, we still owe about $7,000. They thankfully put me on a payment plan. It's still more than I want to pay a month, but at least that way, because like in the past, you didn't care if things went to collections because then you could half the time get it cheaper.
Right.
Oh yes.
But now I'm seeing that when things go to collections, if they don't want to work with you, they can just start garnishing your wages. We had that happen already. Ooh. And I'm like,
that's not cool.
We can't do that.
Yeah. No.
And they have every right, and it's crap. But so for now, until I get that paid, my goal is to like obviously, hopefully, I can keep things safe. And then what I'd like to do is, towards the end of the year, depending how much I've gotten paid off, I can go into the normal hospital and just get another ultrasound and see if there's been any changes.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not unless it's some crazy medical emergency, I'm not going to a third hospital just to be scammed out of a bunch of money to be a new patient when I don't see the point.
Right. Yeah. And you set up stuff for other people all the time. It's hard when someone sets something up for, you like I know that you don't want to ask, hey guys, like you'd rather be the one setting up for other people in need who need things, moms who maybe don't have something to feed their kids, right? Baby showers, all that kind of stuff.
We actually just did one yesterday. There's a group called Pro-Life Feminists. And there was a woman that reached out and she's like, I'm desperate. She lost her food stamps card and she has a new one coming. Wouldn't be here for a week, but she has a son that's autistic. And because of where he is, he's very specific with the things he's able to eat.
Yeah.
And she was like ready to go steal from Walmart. And a bunch of people were like, look, before you possibly risk going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna
out to Albany. And so she reached out to me, and in a matter of like 20 minutes, I think we raised her $180 to get her through the next 7 days.
That's so great.
And whenever I do that, because a lot of people are really embarrassed, and I understand. So they're like, I don't really want to put my own personal name out there. I'm afraid to be judged. So I will share my personal PayPal. And then in the comment section, I always share the screenshots of that I've transferred the money and stuff because I want, like I said, transparency is very important to me.
Yep.
I think it's too easy to scam people these days, but
oh my gosh, yeah. In case anyone ever says, oh, what, it's like, it's there, it's been there. Look, I have the receipts, Yep.
Well, and that's why I'd like to get my nonprofit started again too, but we've done everything. Last year, we paid the adoption fees for a family that was mother and father that were adopting their daughter who went to prison, adopted her daughter. We've paid for family lawyers for abused spouses and plane tickets to get mothers out of places, rent cars. We've bought new cars for people. I mean, and I always say we because there's no way I could do it myself. Like,
that's amazing.
Yeah, crowdfunding, and especially with these social media groups and stuff like that. Like we always support Liberty Memes.
Yeah, and you're using your reach to for such a you know what I mean, for other people, and to help and to share.
Every single one of us, like unless you're one of the small percentage that was born with a silver spoon and has never wanted for anything, we have all been somewhere where something's been difficult, whether it's a bill or food or a car repair. Like my husband, his car parts are hard for me to remember.
Oh yeah.
It was something to do with his transmission, and it was a $1,900 repair.
That's
and if we didn't get it repaired, like the transmission was going to go, and it would have gone from a $2,000 repair to an $8,000.
Yeah.
And we reached out to some friends of ours in Colorado, and like we're paying them back right now on top of everything, but they were amazing. And they were kind enough to pay for this part because we didn't have a choice. So, like, I understand more than anyone how there is humility in asking for help. But if I can use that to get other people help when I've been in the same boat, then abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It does. It does. Yeah. And I think that's so great. And that people know that they can say and reach out like, okay, well, hold on. Before you go rob the Walmart, let's talk to Albany and see what she can do, and put
torque converter.
Torque converter.
I don't even know what that is. Oh, I don't either. Like, I have a gray van.
I do have to tell Matt though, I changed the headlight switch and that didn't fix it because the other day we didn't have headlights.
Matt is a friend of ours who local, and he helps us with our vehicle. We have ghosts that live in our van apparently that like demons. To turn the lights off and do other things, like that's what he calls it. But we have air conditioning again, so yay.
I am so jealous. I'm very jealous. We I have a Ford Flex, and apparently mine has like 3 different air actuators. And my husband's been able to replace one of them, but he can't get to the other 2. And it's like $400 to replace them. So I can't get any of it. So I'm like, I'd tough it out. You figure it out.
We had, it was So we had heat. Okay, so that was good. But Dave's car didn't have heat. So it was like my van had heat and his car had
air conditioning.
But my van had no air conditioning. And so he's driving around. It's like 0 degrees outside. Like,
I bought one of those little plug-in heaters. Like me and my son were in the car. We're just
seriously
like
0 degrees.
It was so bad because it gets cold. You're in the Midwest now, so you know.
Yeah, it gets.
And you grew up here. Yeah. We're in a snow globe here.
Yeah. But it's like, we're just going to ride these we're going to drive them until they.
Because have you looked at the price of cars now?
Of vehicles. I'm like, dang.
Oh my God.
It's like you want something with third row seating. That's 80 grand, 70 grand. I'm like, that's
no, can't do it.
That's my house.
Yeah.
I look at it. So they don't make Ford Flexes anymore. So getting parts to that thing has been ridiculous and why it's so expensive. And we
Dodge Grand Caravans. They don't make those anymore either.
Yep. We got lucky when we bought ours. It's a 2013. And looking at the prices now, we got it for a steal.
Yeah.
And I am so glad we did when we did. Because like you said, third row, good luck these days.
That costs a lot. I mean, I'm searching everywhere. And it's like, yeah, you can drive, 150 miles this way and get a van, but
cargo vans are pretty plentiful. We could just get a cargo van.
We'll just rent a U-Haul and shove the kids in the back, right? They'll love it. They would love it. Sorry, got a little excited there. But yeah, it is. It's a strange world. How did you guys weather the whole, 2020, 2021
the past 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, so to me, I'm like, dang, I'm seeing memories on Facebook and it's like 4 years ago was when all that was going on. And I don't know, time got real strange after 2020. Like, I don't know. I'm like, how did 4 years go by?
We got really lucky where we lived in Colorado. The governor said that like every place needs to mandate masks. Everyone needs to mandate this and that. And the sheriff in our county said he will absolutely not follow that rule. He said he will not. So we were the state. Colorado was the state where, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but there was a man at a park with his daughter and he got arrested for being outside without a mask. It was one of the first cases where that happened. It was a huge deal. And I don't think anything came of it. I think he was released, but like just the fact that cops felt they had this power, this unconstitutional power. And so our sheriff basically just, nope.
Yeah.
And it was great because it was like we weren't really affected. And we got so sick of the fear mongering, we threw a barbecue right in the middle of it.
Nice.
We had probably 20 of our friends over because everyone around us is like, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. Every single person you know and love you're going to kill them all. And it's like, can't do it. And so I actually lost some really good friends over it. They completely unfriended me, kicked me out of their life. But I don't regret any of it. And it also made moving in 2020 super quick and easy.
True.
It was awesome because I found this woman. So when Biden won and everything was going on, Colorado went straight blue. And it was one of the few times Colorado went straight blue. Normally there's a little bit of give and take. And when that happened, they started coming for homeschool families, started implementing laws that were hurting farmers. Don't even get started on the Second Amendment. And it was just like, nope. So by the time when he won, to the time we moved states, it was 2 months. We sold our house and bought a new house.
Wow.
And it was the fact that we were able to do that was insane. But I was really lucky that, my mom lives 4 hours from us. So she came out, looked at the houses we were looking at. And we got very lucky. And I'm glad we did when we did, because now the market is shit.
Yeah,
it is so bad.
It is.
My house is worth so much now.
Oh, boy.
Way more than I bought it for. I didn't do anything to it.
But it's like, if we, but don't sell it, because then you're going to go buy someone else's house that's
way
marked
more.
way up, Yeah, it is.
I don't think it's going to get any better, though. It's like, this is.
Yep, that's exactly it. Jay Fort. I think it was Brighton or something, but yep. He was like literally in the middle of like this baseball diamond field with his kid playing catch or something. And he dared to talk back to the cops about how stupid this was, and like they arrested him.
Stop resisting.
Yeah. Like what law was he breaking? Even though a lot of the laws are
they're
ridiculous.
mandates. We're mandating
oh, the mandates. Sorry. Yeah, there were people that I knew
mandating
that
gay.
the people, some people that I knew were like, I was shocked to see them posting things saying, I'll go drive around, and if I see a business open that's not supposed to be open, I will call the police. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't think that you were like that. You know what I mean?
Get
like
in the boxcar.
I didn't realize fear will do weird things to people.
I'm one of those people. I really hate when everyone commits what I always forget. It's not Godwin's law, but it's the fallacy where if you talk about something long enough, you can bring up Hitler.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm just like,
yep.
And I don't like being that person that has to relate everything to the Holocaust, because that's just messed up. Like that was its own horrific thing.
Right.
But when you start seeing everyone around you snitching on their neighbors, you're like, this goes in no good direction. I really just need you guys to know this.
We can go to the Soviet Union instead of Germany.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Right. There you go. Yeah, there.
It was like 1 in every 3 people is like a government spy on their own family.
It was really eye-opening. I mean, the whole thing was frustrating, and I don't know, I still can't believe it actually happened. I'm like, I still think that. I mean, I still feel that way. Like, did that really happen? Do I need to go to therapy? I think I did call my therapist the other day. I'm like, we need to get back in touch.
No, I know. I have a little, like, I'm not that fragile, but it's like I have a little PTSD from that time period. It's like where it's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to lose my job? Are they going to force me to try to do this? Because we were actually looking into the vaccine when I first started hearing about it. I'm like, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to see, is this going to help? Is this, going to make it less worse?
Yeah.
And then they started talking mandates, and then my libertarian side came out and said, don't you fucking tell me what to do. Like, no. But then I was also like, well, I'll lose my good job here, and where am I going to go? To another job that's going to force me to do it, or else they won't hire me if I didn't. And it's still like, it was such a stressful time. And my our health insurance, everything.
Oh my gosh, no, I absolutely understand. And the thing that killed me, and I'm sure you too, is no one seemed to grasp that just because Biden said they're mandating doesn't mean that they can.
Yeah.
It was literally never a mandate. Like, I remember when the Supreme Court came out and said, this cannot be mandated. That's not a thing. No one is being forced to. And all these businesses had already started firing people for not doing it. Like,
that's what it was.
My husband,
I don't care what the government
was worried
says,
they were going to do that. Yep. And it sucks because, I mean, what do you do is like, do I risk losing everything for my family because
the sole provider
of this,
of a family
or
of 5?
Oh, my husband, like he was so distraught. He went out and he spent $600 that we barely had and got his home inspection license. So that way, if his job fired him for not getting it, he could work
for himself
from the side.
Yeah. That's smart.
And now, of course, he's never used it. And 3 years later, I'm still like, freaking $600 we could have had.
But had he not, who knows? You know what I mean? It's like better to have that safety net there. Yeah.
Nope.
And that probably made him feel good.
It's always there.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's literally always there. Even though he would have to get it renewed, it would still be a lot cheaper now that he's already had it and been through it. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows? It might come in handy, sometime. I mean, hopefully it won't come down to that, but if he were to need it, it's such a weird space that we were in where, we had to decide, like, what are we gonna...
It's like principles or livelihood.
Yeah. And my poor mother, I love her so much, but
she watches a lot of news.
She watches the news too much, and it just the amount of stress it put on her.
The news is terrible. I was talking to a guy at work today. He's like, I listen to those talking heads every day. I'm like, you got to stop doing that. That's bad for your heart. Like,
it's bad
soul.
for your whole. Yeah. So speaking of, and I was going to transition anyway, but I feel like that's a good transition for us. So when Dave and I, we were talking about, like, let's have some people on again, because we kind of went from
we haven't had a guest in a long time.
We went from having guests all the time to then not having guests. It was kind of like, okay, it's kind of like, fine, we're doing our own little thingy here, and then we have a guest occasionally, and then it was like, okay, let's bring people back on. And we were talking about, like, you know, the folks, yes, the who would we like to talk to. And we definitely, and I said, I've been following Albany's story on Facebook, you know, even though I don't comment a lot, I still follow. And he's like, oh my gosh, me too, you know. And I was like, do you want to reach out to her? Like, so
what happened?
Yeah, how did you what I saw, you know, you talked about the, you know, being an atheist. It was that you needed to facts, and you needed to see it, and it's like, you know, you needed the logic part of God, and that's.
So for those that don't know, I woke up an atheist, and that's the only way I can describe it. It's a really weird way, but it's all I have. June 6, 2014. I will always remember that day because it was one of the worst days of my life. I always grew up with faith. I grew up with God. Whether it was just because I was raised in it and it's muscle memory, but as like, I was the little goth kid in a little country town in Wisconsin, so no one liked me. I had no friends. Jesus was all I had, and it worked. It worked for me, and I was never mad at God a day of my life. I never blamed God. I never thought that made sense, and I woke up on June 6th, and it felt like a part of me was just gone. And I know in Christianity, possibly it's just Catholicism, but they call it the dark night of the soul. And, you know, they'll talk about saints or people that went through that too, where it's just, I think I'm doing okay.
Don't read anything Hatch says.
Hatch is, he's just being silly. He's
I'm pretty sure he's AI. I don't think, even though I met him, I'm still not positive.
That's okay.
He's just a goof.
Even if someone did, like I said, I cut up animal heads in my front yard. It would not be the first time people say weird things. But, you know, it was a long struggle. And it was like, all of a sudden I couldn't make myself believe. And that was something I'd heard so much over the last 10 years, because June 6th of this year would have been 10 years as an atheist. And for so long, people will just give your heart to God and you just need to believe. I'm like, if it was that easy, I wouldn't be in this pickle. Yeah. And I've always been, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am white woman, I am emotional, no doubt, but I also have like this very rational thought process to things, and it definitely hinders the position of faith, and that's something I have struggled with for so long. And the last couple of weeks, I have found myself, like I almost got into, twice in a month, I almost got into this awful car wreck down at the farm. So it rained horribly and then it froze. And I was quite literally that far from my wheel going down this huge hill, like my car would have rolled. There would have been no stopping it. And I stopped so close to the edge. And then a week after that, it rained again. And I, took that corner really slow, because I remember what happened, and then I was slowing down, and all of a sudden my car must have hit mud or something, and it just kept sliding towards this massive metal pole. Wow. And I'm just like, I have no control, and it stopped again, just that close. And just on total instinct, without even thinking, I just stopped and I thanked God. And, more than just a quick, like, oh, thank God. Like, it was a true heartfelt. And I'd found myself doing this more often. And I've always been open. All these last 10 years, I have been very straightforward that I hated being an atheist. Like it sucks thinking that you may never see your loved ones. There is such a beauty in believing in heaven or some sort of afterlife. And I genuinely, atheists probably annoy me more than anyone as someone who was one. And, and I always feel like I have to preface this, like, obviously I'm not saying all of them, like, obviously, but some people like to take that really personally when they shouldn't. It's no different than how, like, most a lot of pro-lifers annoy me. Like, it's just a thing.
Oh yeah, people are people. You know,
right?
I mean, it's people get annoyed.
If you make your whole personality about something that you just believe or think, it can be annoying.
Yeah.
Vegans,
that one track.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last few months, I've been taking our kids to this little church in town because I always swore that I would raise them with God. No matter my position, I want them to be able to be open, to ask questions. And they wanted to go to church. And I said, yep. And we started going. And it's this wonderful, tiny, small church town, 0 denomination. And it is just about God. And I love it. It's not progressive, which is a win for me. And a bunch of the homeschool moms go there. So it's, you kind of already know people. And it was just a really great community. And eventually I just sat and thought about it more and more. And I realized I had to admit to myself that being an atheist has just become really comfortable. It doesn't mean I like it. Like, it's not comfortable in a sense of that I enjoy it, but it's comfortable in the sense of when you only look at pure logic, what you can see right in front of you, absolution, it just kind of makes it stagnant and you don't really have to go beyond that. And I had to acknowledge that's not what faith is. And I know everyone has all different positions and stuff. But for me, it was just, I had to make a very clear decision. I could either constantly stay straddling that fence of, praying to God or thanking God when it was convenient while simultaneously rejecting him. Or I could set my pride and my comfort aside, get off the fence and say, God, help my unbelief, because I still have questions and I have to acknowledge it's okay to have questions, that I will never, ever know everything, but I'm giving myself to you. And if there is literally no bad that can come from that.
Right.
But I find it to be, in my logical brain, I find that position more consistent than constantly straddling the fence.
Yeah.
And so it's a slow journey. It's a one day at a time, but I'm grateful for it. And something I just really have to remind myself is that I'm never going to, I've been waiting to feel that joy of faith, like when you're little and you're really excited about something, you have that bubbling feeling. And I had that for God when I was little. And now that I'm older and I've gone through all this, I have to acknowledge I'm not going to have that again. It's not going to just be this. A lot of people take faith, religion, God, the Bible, and it's their high, it's their addiction. They go to church because while they're there surrounded by people, there's all that energy in the room and you're there and everything's good. And then you go home and something bad happens and it's just like, well, fuck this.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to treat it that way. And so it's, I don't know, it's a journey all on its own, but yeah.
I'm excited
I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really wanted to start a blog because obviously you've followed me and know what I do for years, and I like to write.
You're good at it.
Quite good at writing. Thank you. It's one of my small little qualities that I just
some of the stuff
good.
you write, I'm like, is she quoting something? And then I'm reading through and I'm like, oh no, that's your feelings. That's awesome.
But I didn't like any of the blog sites out there because they all cost money, and it's just like, well, I'm white people poor and I can't do this right now. So I just made a secondary Facebook page where I've been kind of writing about what I'm going through, because kind of like the pro-life stuff, maybe it helps someone. It's stuff I can look back on.
Yep.
But I just called it In Wandering with Christ. And it's been really nice to have a place to just kind of write and
let it out.
Yeah,
I think it's so great that you're doing that. And I know there have been people who are like, oh, you're not an atheist anymore. Like, I don't know why the keyboard or the phone or something
makes you talk to people like they're not. People don't talk to people like they're people, and I don't know how you do it where you can read that and just be like,
okay, dude, you know, like, oh gosh.
It was weird. Within the first 24 hours, I had probably 5 people. One of them was someone that I had not talked to in years. Like I essentially told her to kind of go away because I thought she was a little cuckoo. Messaged me, and it was all about like, but do you really need to believe in God or do this? And I'm like, are you atheist evangelizing me right now? Because do you know how weird that is?
She's a missionary.
Yeah.
Like missionary for nothing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Our kids, but just to the comment, our kids love going to church. Like I said, I started going because they wanted to.
That's our oldest. He demanded it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's like, we're going to church. I'm like, how can I say no to that? How can I say no? Like to go to church, you know? Because I'm not good about going to church. I mean, but I'm getting better about going. But
what's funny is our kids do not like the Sunday school. They friggin' hate the Sunday school. They like to go for the actual main church where they're just sitting and listening to the pastor. And I'm like, I've never heard of like, little children wanting to.
Yeah,
like, I'm struggling a little here.
No, that's our middle one. Yeah, our soon to be 11-year-old. He does not go to the children's church. He's always been very kind of adult-y, and he's like, no, I'm not going down there.
Like he gaslights us into thinking that he's an adult. You know.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wait a minute, you're 10 or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
At that
but
point.
the two of ours, our 14 and 10-year-olds, sit up with us. Jane, she's kind of on and off. It depends. You know, she wants to. She's 9.
How much trouble the other kids are causing down there.
Yeah, she's like, the other kids are talking too much and they're getting yelled at, and I don't want to be there for that. You know, so she sits with us.
All I know is I love that they're choosing it, and even my husband, like being a traditional Roman Catholic, and it's something that he's gotten grief for, because in the Catholic faith, like you have to raise your kids Catholic. That is like, you swear by that when you have them baptized.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot. I was raised Catholic. Yeah.
Well, and it's been hard for him. It was hard for him. It's not so much anymore because he got grief for it from the priest that baptized the kids and all these things. But he eventually told these people that were giving him such a problem is like, you do realize. So my husband was an altar boy for all 18 years. Like he loved serving on the altar. He is the only one that he served with out of the dozens and dozens of kids that still is Catholic. Because all of them were forced besides him. He did it because he wanted to. The rest of them, because it was like a status symbol in the church that no one talks about. And none of them are Catholic to this day. And we know a lot of them still. And I've watched people reject for being pushed, and it's amazing what kids will do when you just kind of, hey, what, you know, we're not talking crazy life choices right now, but when it comes to something like that, there is a beauty in allowing them to find that faith. And if you want it to be more permanent, then they need to really have a say.
So I was raised Catholic, and I did the whole First Communion thing. I got baptized when I was a baby, First Communion. What's the thing? When you're like in high school, I forget what it is. Confirmed. I got confirmed. I did all the stuff because my parents, you know, were like, this is what we do, you know? So I was like, okay, but I never really felt a connection for me. And I'm not saying anything bad about Catholics. For me, it wasn't like I couldn't find that connection there. My mom would go to mass and she would find her peace there. You know, she would sing and she would feel connected to God and all that kind of stuff. But I never did. I was always like, well, okay, I know I had it down. I'm like, all right, he's going to say this, he's going to say that. We do the sign of peace and we communion, and like 5 minutes, we're out of here. You know, I never had, you know, that kind of thing.
We're out of here.
Yeah. So, but like, so when I turned 18 and I was like, I don't have to go anymore because I'm 18, you know, and I told my mom, and she's like, you know, whatever you do is okay. I really pray. She's like, whatever you do, it's your choice, but I pray that you always know God, whatever you choose, you know, whatever path, whatever church, whatever faith, you know, whatever religion, I just pray that you still know God. So, and then I met Dave, and I was like, oh,
I ruined her.
No, you didn't.
With the truth.
With the truth. Yeah. Because I was all like, oh, you know, I'm a bad person. Like I'm a sinner and I'm going to hell and all this. And Dave's like, well, I mean, I'm a sinner too, but I know I'm going to heaven. And I was like, what? And so he taught me about Jesus. Like he took me back, like, and like he opened up the Bible and was like right here and like explained it to me. And I just like bawled my eyes out, and it was amazing. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But it was, it was.
One guy was kind of perfect, and they nailed him to a board.
Well, he was totally perfect. They totally nailed him to a board. Yeah. But it was really, I don't know, like it was super amazing. But I'm happy that you've let him back in that way where it's not just like that quick, like, because I do that too. I'm like, oh, thank you, God, for, like in this moment. And then I'm like, I should have a daily chat, with him. And it is a journey, because there's times where I'm like, I feel super close. And there's times where I feel like I'm walking away from the line, or I'm drifting, like not purposely, but just I'm drifting over here, but he's always right there. And I just have to like, ooh, please pull me back in. Cause I'm, I need that. I need you to pull me back in. So I've been going to church more often too.
Nope. I totally get it. That's really been me, is I'm working on, even if things aren't going my way, even if things like with all this medical stuff and the debt, I'm like, you know what, but I'm okay. I'm breathing. I'm sitting here. Money, you can't take it with you. You figure it out. I am here with my family, and that is more than a lot of people can say right now.
And
I will be thankful.
You have a shitty hospital to go to. Like you have that.
Yeah, you have a hospital, right? Exactly. Like a lot of. Yep.
Where a male ultrasound tech spent 15 minutes up there and couldn't get one good picture. Thank you.
Oh my
Gunderson Hospital.
Oh, we suck at taking pictures. So it's always the wrong angle.
They really do, inside and out. You guys just can't get the angles right.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I'm learning.
Right.
I'm like, oh no.
I love you.
Yeah.
You're funny. So it has been really great following your journey. I'm looking forward to following as you continue on and sharing everything. And something that really got me was like when you were sharing about who's the girl, she was doing like the OnlyFans thing, and then she converted or she
Nala.
gave herself over to
I've seen some memes about that or something.
To God. And nobody is perfect, so, and I don't think God is like, well, this sin is worse than that sin. I feel like a sin is a sin to God, so he knows your heart, he knows the truth. And if she is saying that she has given her life over to Jesus,
you can't judge that.
Yeah. Oh, I am so happy that she's sharing that. That makes my heart happy that she's saying that out loud. But for people to come in and say like, well, most people can be saved, but not everybody. It's
Calm
like,
down, Raja.
And that's what.
And they say that they're Christian, and I'm like, how can you be like that?
That's what's so funny and people don't understand is it wasn't just Christ dying on the cross for us. It was literally that he lived a perfect life and had the exact same temptations as all of us. And his perfection and his sacrifice is what opened the gates and allowed us to be forgiven. Because in the Bible, God stipulates what is the punishment for sin. It is death. The purpose is that we all deserve death. None of us are good enough. But his sacrifice is what allowed us to have that forgiveness, to find and ask for that forgiveness. So that, yes, death is still the punishment, but now we have a line to heaven or hell, depending where we choose. And exactly.
Yeah, you just have to take the gift. And if you don't, then
and for people to sit here and act like her sin, because like I love psychology. I think psychology is incredible. And I use it a lot when I'm in the abortion discussion, because I have all these people, women that choose abortion are evil and bad and they murder their babies. I'm like, okay, so an industry that spends billions on advertising, an industry that has spent decades making it a social norm that you're not actually killing anything, that you're just removing this cluster of cells you can't even see with your eyes. They do that for a reason. And it's so easy when you get them young.
Yeah.
And there you go. And the same thing happens with money or any other thing that we deem that we need to survive. She's very young, the Nala specifically. When you're taking someone fresh out of high school, early college, who doesn't
Yeah.
have anything, and you tell this young, beautiful woman, hey, you can be a millionaire at 20 years old if you just show your boobs.
Yeah.
I would have done that.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
mean, yeah.
When I was lost. Like,
yeah.
it's, you know, and like I've talked about this before. I was one email away from pornography.
Really?
And I was like, my husband helped me set up. I really want to start a YouTube channel just kind of talking about some things because like I have no shame in my past, like whether it's promiscuity or drugs or abortion. I'm like, no, let's put it all on the table.
Yeah.
And Kat, you need to chill. I was getting ready to go work as a belly dancer at the Renaissance Festival in Colorado. And I was with my friend Christina, and she was making a bunch of money all of a sudden. And she started telling me how she started doing adult films. And, you know, I was, you know, living with my super progressive crazy dad. So to me, that was like, yeah, whatever, cool.
Yeah.
And she told me that they were looking for someone more on the edgy side. And like I should totally try out. It would pay like $2,500 the first film. And when you're 18 years old, like brand new 18, for an hour, 2 hours of your time, that is easy money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I was already super promiscuous, so what did I care? And I literally was typing out the email she had given me to the producer, and I was about to hit send, and she stopped me and she said, "Oh crap, they wouldn't accept you." And it's because I didn't have my nails done. I worked with horses. I worked with horses my whole life. So my nails are really dirty. They're broken. I'm not going to go spend money on a manicure.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you had to have were really nice, clean nails. And I ended up not sending that email.
That's the same
and
reason
it
I
literally
didn't do it.
The same reason. Thank God for dirty nails. Seriously,
no, I couldn't
though.
imagine.
Oh my
'cause
goodness.
as guys, we don't have that option, which is kind of a blessing, I guess.
It is still crazy to me because I mean, like I said, when I was younger, I watched pornography. I didn't think it was a big deal, whatever. I can't ever remember looking at someone's nails. So to this day, there's a part of me that's just like, God had to have had a hand in that. And been
honestly, if the chicks have those long, weird nails, I hate that. That's just
weird.
it makes me like kind of queasy.
But yes, so I feel that
Sorry,
there was. You're just having a good time, Dave. You're being a goof.
Okay.
But it's, I mean, something, was there and it stopped.
Something.
Yeah, someone, God, was, like, I had no idea about that story.
That's wild.
That is. Oh my gosh. And how that would have changed your whole path in your life, you know? I mean, who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I was constantly couch hopping. I was constantly, you know, doing things for easy money and like nothing like that. But, you know, it was. So I absolutely understand, especially because I mean, the internet, even when I was a teenager, wasn't what it is now.
No.
So, oh man, if I would have been newly 18 with OnlyFans, you know, no kids, I still had a body that, you know, I was pretty proud of, and I was in the circles. Easy, that would have been the road I would have gone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And so, you know, and I always laugh going back to the whole Bible thing or Jesus. I laugh so hard when these people try to shame these women because it's like, you know, I know it's a very small, tiny, minuscule blip in the whole Bible, but there's this one dude named Saul who killed a whole ass ton of Christians and then changed his name and basically sat at the right hand of Jesus. But like, you know, whatever. God totally can't forgive people that
exactly.
Made bad decisions. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I look at it. Like, I don't believe that he has a list of things. It's like, well, you know,
not that one.
Your sin's covered, but your sin's not covered. You know, it's Jesus died for all sin. So, I'm just so happy. Can we post like links so that people can follow? Do we have stuff
I can grab stuff? Yeah.
We can share? So your Facebook page, Twitter, like where can everyone find you? Also, like your new blog, Facebook page and stuff.
Do you want to?
Yeah, tell everyone so we can all keep up to date and have you back before another 5 years goes by. Because
yeah, I would love to. You know, if you ever want, I can totally show you my whole skull collection too. That's always fun.
Girl, do it now if you want to.
I can show you. I love showing it off. If you want to see a big giraffe skull.
Oh my gosh.
You have a giraffe skull?
You have a giraffe
I do,
skull?
and a zebra.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
Well, I assume a zebra kind of looks like a horse.
It's okay.
Also, by the way, I noticed while you were walking through your house, and I'd seen it, you posted about it, but I'm digging the ceilings with the ivy and all the lights and stuff. I just love it so much. Yeah, I love it. I was really looking at my hallway like, I think I need to do that.
No, we
I know.
In a moment.
I needed one room at a time. I know.
Yeah.
I'm
can
really
I turn
myself? Yeah.
Can I turn this camera?
If you,
I don't know how this works.
See what happens.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I love it. Yep. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. I love the ivy.
And then it'll continue all the way into the kitchen.
Just gives it.
I
love the feel of it.
So, yep, I have my whole memento mori, and I've got a bunch of, well, my house is pretty much decorated with skulls everywhere.
Wow.
But then, I know
wait,
dogs.
Let me see if this works.
What are you going to do, Dave?
Oh, there we go.
There we
You're
go.
Gonna go outside.
That's great. Full screen it. So, hi.
Just putting dogs outside real quick. They're kind of miniature crackheads.
No, that's okay. They need to go do their thing.
Of course.
Not sure how to
So,
get back, though.
Here is.
Wow.
So that's a giraffe.
That long boy
And
there?
then-
Oh, yeah.
Get out of town. I never thought of that. Yep, that makes sense.
Oh, they got a long nose, too. I forgot. It's not just
Yep. And then a zebra. And then that's the first bull I ever did.
Wow.
And then I've got a large mummified alligator head. It's a little dark, but let me see if I can.
What?
And the Lord said, "Let there be light."
That's
there we
right.
go.
Dude,
yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh my god.
And then this one is my pride and joy. This is a stillborn, deformed foal skull with dwarfism.
What?
Of what?
Baby horse.
Wow.
And then I have a stillborn baby pig right here.
Oh.
And then, yeah, my collection is ridiculous. This is a mastodon tooth.
Oh, neat.
Oh my gosh.
And then a miniature donkey.
Oh my.
And yeah, just all the things. And like all these are, I have different bones from kittens and all these things. And of course, everything is, a lot of it is roadkill, essentially, something that I find and can salvage. Yes, my love. Yes, she can share now. Well, then go kick her butt.
What do we?
Just go nuts. So you're figured out. Oh, here you are. This is Mira. This is the preemie that is now like.
Oh, hi.
Oh, that's a pretty cat.
She acts like
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
She's just angry at the world.
That's a cat sometimes.
It's absolutely a cat. Yeah, and then on the side of my house right now, my daughter and I got permission to go out to this gentleman's cattle farm, and we brought home like 23 cow skulls. So I literally have just cow skulls sitting on the side of my house in this huge
Raja, you might want to log off for a minute.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, so our friend, our Dr. Elmo here, he's our friend Raja. He lives in India, and so he sometimes says some things that are a little off the wall.
I love that.
Tell her that donkey skull.
I got it. Totally got it.
Yes.
Well, and I sell, like I said, I sell a lot of these too. It's been kind of a really great way to help bring in money because, that's why I do a lot of the spices and stuff too. Because, I homestead. I worked for a year outside of the house a year ago. I worked for 1 year, and it was nice. It brought in, just an extra $400 a week, but it really diminished on what I could do with our kids. And so my husband and I had to sit down like, okay, do we be really comfortable with money but sacrifice our children, or struggle like everyone else and put them first? And I mean, obviously it's a no-brainer, but when he took his new job, which he loves, and it is so nice to have a husband who finally loves his job, it was a $20,000 a year pay cut. So
oh wow, yep.
Yes, my love. Well, you tell Eden that I said to share right now, or I'm gonna come upstairs and they're just gonna be whoopings. So many whoopings.
So many whoopings.
So many whoopings. Just
it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
For legal purposes, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
In Minecraft. I'm gonna beat you in Minecraft.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you to death in Minecraft.
That's right. I will kick your. I always tell her I'll whoop you in Destiny. That's what we do here.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
We're a Minecraft family.
We are super. I love Minecraft so much. I don't know why.
You can go back to the regular screen, by the way, because I realize it's weird to just be like. Because again, medical stuff, money, but I had a baboon skull that was just spectacular for a while.
Wow.
He had like 4-inch fangs. It was ridiculous.
Sorry guys, that's a button I haven't used in a long time.
Oh yeah, Dave had to turn this.
We did the audio thing quick. Where it was
it always happens at least one time.
Damn it, dumb shit, David.
Oh, it's okay, babe. You're doing a good job. It's been 5 years. You'll get it at some point, right? Yeah.
I'm new, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
No, it's become a lot. Endearing.
People like it when he does a little.
Whenever I finally get a hang of things, I just add more. No, add more. I make it worse.
You're doing great.
He does. He has so many things here. I could not run the show by myself. Absolutely
it's
not.
10 o'clock at night. Sorry, our 12-year-old just walked out and she's really quiet and she's holding this huge bag of frozen ravioli and points to it. And I was like,
yeah, let's make dinner.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're not making
So that would be our 14-year-old, almost 15-year-old.
But he'll do it himself now.
Yeah, he's sleeping over at a friend's house. But yeah, he would just be up there like, I don't know, making a cake. I'm like, as long as you clean up after yourself and don't burn the house down.
Yeah. Mostly don't burn the house down. He's not going to clean.
Yeah.
Normally, especially like weeknights or weekend nights, I don't care. But tomorrow is so they're on a bowling league too. And tomorrow's their party.
Oh.
Where they get like their awards and stuff.
Yep.
So, and they worked really hard to do better this year. And they all got over our son was ecstatic. He got his first over 150 and he got 2 of them in a row. So that was awesome.
Better than me.
I go anywhere from like 30 to like 105, mostly in the 80s, but I have so much fun.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like,
I'd
love to do better, but I don't care. I'm having a great time. Okay, so what do you guys bowl? You said you and your husband are in a league. What's some of the high scores y'all have gotten before?
My husband's highest is a 276, I think.
Oh my gosh.
And then my highest is I've got 213 is my highest. Nice. Normally my average at the end of this year is 140. That's 131 great. To 140 because I bowl in 2 different states. But towards the end of the year, most of my games were about 150. So,
but when you sober and drunk,
2 different states.
Sorry,
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Usually a little better with a good buzz, but.
Oh my gosh.
Well, when you start bowling, when you bowl in a league, you want to do worse the first couple months because then you have a higher
you get your
handicap.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah. So it definitely helps. Like in the women's, I'm the top to increase my average. It went from like a 117 to like the 130, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping, so our bowling alley here shuts down during the summer, which sucks for us, but it makes sense because like we're so small town, everyone here hunts and fishes and goes camping. So the bowling alley is totally dead.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that I just like suck and I get really bad over the summer so we can build up again.
There you go.
Because when you're on league at the end, you get money if you're in like, whatever place you're in. So
yeah. Oh, that's cool. I do. I love bowling. I don't go enough, but it's fun. It really is.
It is.
And the bowling
Doesn't
alley
matter how you
here,
do it.
I need my own ball.
They're weird here because it's like you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go bowling, and you go and they're like, sorry, only leagues are bowling tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, so you have to call first to make sure you're going to the right bowling alley.
Absurd.
Or otherwise, you're driving around trying to find a bowling alley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. D3, our oldest, he went bowling with some friends like in the last couple weeks, and I'm kind of like, we should go bowling. Yeah, he does.
Do a date night.
I would like I would like to have my own ball because I don't know, maybe I need a wrist guard or something, but my wrist is like
wrist
weak.
guard. So are you a straight bowler or because you don't bowl a lot, so I'm assuming you just throw a straight ball?
I do. I just I walk up and I lob it. I don't throw it or whatever. You know what I mean?
So,
but I try to aim for like center-ish, but I don't. And it's not very strong. It's
I just go for violence.
No,
I just throw it as hard as I can and just create as much.
That's
chaos.
a lot of guys actually. Because if you can get it in the right pocket, you can create all the pin action.
Yeah.
But if you did, just get a plastic ball. I mean, it'll be weighted, so it'll still be better than like a house ball that you'd get at any bowling alley. But it really can make a difference, and it's really just when you release, pretend like you're going to answer a phone. Like make sure your arm just follows through. That's the biggest thing.
And
I'm my kids.
Yeah, tell me.
We'll just lob it.
Yes. Yep. I try.
Oh yeah, that
I try
make
to
you throw
do where
it
I'm
straight
like,
rather than
where I'm like my
off
finger is pointing where I want it to go, and then it's like right at the end it just goes bloop. Do I not want to hit straight on? Do I want to hit just to the right or the left a little?
Well, it depends.
Yep,
on if
you want to hit. And straight bowlers, it's hard for us because if you don't hit the pocket perfectly between the one and then either the 2 or 3, you're always going to leave the 5 pin, which is the pin right in the center, because the pin action will circle around. That's why bowlers like my husband that can do that really amazing curve, they can hit that pocket. See, and here he is. We're talking bowling. We're talking bowling.
You want to school us on this?
Sorry, I'm on the after show with the guys.
All right, I'll let you do your after show. I'm going to go back upstairs.
After party.
I love you.
Love a good after party.
Yep.
Hi,
Daniel. And everyone.
Pops says hi. Pops Van Zant says hi.
Hi, Pubs.
She can't hear you, so I've got you in my ears.
He does an after show for like an hour. He'll always tell me every time, every Friday night.
Real quick.
Yeah, we'll go play some video games. We'll snuggle, watch a movie. I know damn well that man ain't coming upstairs till 1 a.m.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do. We got the oldest out of the house, so we got the whole first floor to ourselves tonight.
The first floor to ourselves tonight. Yeah.
That's gonna be us in June. Oh, bye, buddy. Hey, Temperance. Hey, come in the room. Come on. Our German Shepherd puppy. She's like I said, she's 1, so she's still in her Velociraptor phase.
Oh yeah.
She loves the cats. She doesn't want to hurt them, but she wants to put their head in her mouth. She thinks it's the most fun thing in the whole world.
Cats love that. That's what we do to them too. Just grab them by the head.
Yeah. Are you Velociraptor?
Oh.
Yes. You take up the whole bed. And then that German Shepherd I was telling you about, the one that was just like the best dog we ever had.
Yeah.
Bishop. This is her son.
Aw.
He's 123 pounds of mass.
Wow. Does he think he's a lap dog?
Oh God, yes.
Because I was going to say
my husband is actually. Oh God, my husband is building him stairs because he's so old and big now he can't get on the bed and he feels really left out.
I bet.
So my husband is building him stairs.
That's sweet. Yeah, Dave made a ramp for we had a wiener dog. Yeah. We had a little wiener dog.
He'd jump off the tall bed and you could just see his spine go.
Yep. So he made a ramp for him, and he'd come up and go down.
It was a very steep incline, but still, it's better than jumping.
He made it. Yeah, it wasn't good for his back to be jumping off like that. See, I miss having a dog. I miss having, like.
She's one of those dogs where if you stop petting her for a second, she freaks out and just flails her body. So if she's by you, you have to keep your head moving.
Yes, for everybody's. So things don't get knocked around.
Safety. Calm down.
Oh gosh, this has been so much fun. I really want to have you come back.
I would love to. I love talking with you guys.
Thank you.
I love this.
It's like hanging. I just feel so comfortable just chatting, and man, I wish we lived closer so we could like bowl together and just have a cup of coffee.
Did you say you guys are in Tennessee? Is that where you
Pennsylvania.
said?
Well, we live in Pennsylvania, but we're visiting Tennessee in a month. So
if it helps, I need to eventually make a trip out there when I have, excess play money and all my normal life bills are no longer a problem. There is a gentleman out there who he has the most incredible collection of bones and like taxidermy. And he's in Pennsylvania, and I want to go. Hi. So someday, please, I can get out there. And we'll go bowling.
Please tell me, when you're coming this way, because we will make all the time to hang out. That would be great, Elijah. We're going to Columbia, Tennessee, just south of Nashville. So.
Yeah, for the It's Too Late annual event.
Yeah, we'll be there, and it's going to be a good time.
That's another show I do with one of
he
does.
Friends. Yeah, he produces a friend's show, and so. It's our third year going, so it'll be a good time. I thank you again. Everybody follow Albany. Please go to all of the social media. Follow.
I know you're really active on Twitter. So
yeah,
there it is.
I got to get on Twitter again. I have an account, but I haven't really touched it. And I keep getting these things in my email.
It's a total cesspool.
Is it? I might not.
It is an endless cesspool of porn bots right now.
Oh.
It is so bad.
That's disgusting. Where?
Where? That's awful.
I haven't been getting any of that. It's because nobody responds to anything I say.
I've been getting all these emails like someone's trying to log into your
Even
Twitter.
Even the bots
and I'm
don't care about me on Twitter.
Really? Like I haven't been on my Twitter in like 5 years, but okay.
Someone wants it really bad.
Yeah. Oh, investigate for science purposes. That is, correct. Elijah, oh my gosh, please. Yeah. See if you can get there. Yep, it'll be fun. Oh, you have a wonderful evening. God bless your family and you and all that you're doing for this world. I mean, everybody has their purpose, and you, I feel like you're fulfilling so many things here, and you're a blessing to so many people. So thank you for being here. So many people
are still alive because of you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. 100%. 100%.
Just to end this, it's always, I don't know if it's because like, how I grew up or anything, but it's one of those things where I've heard that my whole life, like you're a blessing or, people are alive because of you. And I don't say this to sound special. I say this because like, you don't feel special with that. You just think it's just normal life,
No,
so it's one of those things where, but you never know how to respond because in my heart, you just don't think it's.
I understand.
No, but every person is the center of their own universe, a whole reality that exists in one person, and you've saved many. And I don't know if I've saved one or two or any, so that's huge. You've done amazing work.
Yep.
You've been a blessing on this world.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. And truly, thank you for having me on. I was so excited. And I loved when Dave messaged me and he's like, okay, Mary doesn't want to wait. How's this Friday? Because I think we were going to plan a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, nope, now.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
We have other things we try to do, and I'm trying to stagger. I don't want to saturate. And it's like, nope, no, we got to talk to Albany.
Yeah, I did not want to wait. And I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Oh, thank you guys. You both are wonderful. God bless you truly. And I can't wait to do this again.
Thank you so much. You take care.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thanks. How great. Oh my gosh. Why did it go by so fast?
That was fun. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. 2 hours.
Like,
that went by
we're having
fast.
fun when the lights go out.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, like I swear,
Mostly
we just brought her on, and now it's like 11:18. Yeah,
my bladder's gonna explode. That was
you
a
should
big
go
motivator.
pee. Yeah, you should.
Well, I mean, we can wrap this up because
we probably should. Yeah, because it's 11:18, and we have been very good about going to bed or stopping the show on time and getting to bed at a reasonable time, except when it's D&D night. Mary ends up staying awake too long playing D&D with everybody. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. I love you so much. I'm so excited.
And it's like they can't take you that from you, because it's like you were pro-life when you were an atheist, when it wasn't some kind of spiritual morality, but just logic that led you to tell people that this is wrong.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah,
that's a person in there. Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
That's great. You keep going.
100%. Yep. Wow, that's amazing. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, Simon's.
I hear the cat. He's doing the thing with the toy.
He's got his little spring ball.
Yeah, and the kids are like chatting and.
Here, Elijah wants a
You want a brap? Okay. That was fun. I'm just gonna go upstairs and just.
You could try watching that Fallout show again.
Oh, that's right.
We watched the first episode kind of, but I kept passing out because I was.
He needs some. He does.
Oh
this,
yeah,
though.
it's 420. Happy 420. Oh, not yet.
Well, not yet.
Not
it's
for us.
420 in other parts of the world, but
I don't even know what day Raja is in.
He does this thing. Raja's in tomorrow already.
Okay, so Raja is celebrating 420 right now.
Our cat does this thing. Like when everybody goes to bed, he's like, I'm going to bring out all my toys and meow at you. Yeah. And it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. He just sits outside the doors meowing and playing with his
just
toys.
In the living room. Like, I wish I could see him, like, when he's just doing that, because he's not near our doors. He's just out in the dining room or something, meowing at something.
Oh, yeah. It's not Sean's birthday yet. Happy early birthday to you, Sean.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Because I'm going to forget. But happy birthday.
Yeah, so much fun. Let's go give the cat some catnip, and I'm gonna go. You should.
And definitely not watch Castlevania.
Is Alan here?
I just said it.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Tell him not to watch Castlevania. Oh my gosh!
I said that before I read that.
Alan's gonna murder Dave for not watching. I know, Raj. You're shouting out whatever is in your heart.
Oh, which is racism.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you got banned.
I'm gonna keep joking about it.
We're just joking with you. We love you very much. Yeah,
you are. You're racist. No.
But he's joking.
No,
Remember,
I'm joking.
He's doing
That's
the jokey
jokes.
thing. Yeah. All right. You should rub my neck some more, though.
It's getting late. We should probably get to bed.
All of a sudden, Dave's like, "Well, we should probably just go to sleep."
Man, it's been a long week.
Oh my gosh. I love you guys. This whole show was so great. I'm just so pleased.
Oh, so we got Sunday night movie night. If you're interested in watching a movie with us, make sure you get in our Facebook group, LLN community, or get our Discord, which Aaron's not here. Say anything. Tuesday night we'll be here on our Twitch channel because we can do anything we want in here so far. They haven't banned us. And we'll watch some videos and stuff together. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
Yep. Love you all.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't like your T-Series. Nothing personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. Bob's or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series. I'm here to spill the real tea. You tryna dethrone me from spot on number one, but you in the year you lose. So best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely fucking done. Cause we only just begun. I review you. Zero vibe is gone. So come on, T-Series. Looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series just whip himself in their pajamas. So who the hell is Bob and why you wanna kiss him? Ew. I'm a blue-eyed white dragon while you're just dark magician. Ooh. You got a fifth of the population in your nation, but I got 90 rolls of worlds to hold your defecation. Oops, multipatlo, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Your language sounds like it come from a mumble rap community. No papa, yes papa. the sugar and let's throw this fucking party with some bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just wet in their pajama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. You got a population of 1.32 billion, but most your videos can't seem to hit even a million. Support!
Magic potty baby, your bottle's all done. If potty training time will be so much fun. I help you with your training pants, you make me so proud. Your potty feels like magic, then it flushes out loud.
It's fun to help Magic Potty Baby learn to use her potty. Flush and you're ready for next time.
Magic potty baby, I'm so glad that you're mine.
Magic Potty Baby and her Magic Potty. No water, no mess. Batteries not included.